Hello and welcome to yet another edition of the Euro 2020. Well, we are here today for the final and we believe we are all ready to go. When I say we're ready to go, it means England is coming home with the victory. Definitely it's 3-2 to England. That's my prediction. But today we're here to talk about football, talk about the Euro 2020, what happened for the past couple of weeks. And today we get the final game with the play by England versus Italy. I know it's surprising because many people were thinking England, not expect them for good quarterfinals safe. But guess what? We are in the finals. And when I say we are in the finals, I mean England in the final. So definitely we're here to prove a point to people who have less confidence in the team, to people who get less belief in the team, to people who feel to say the English team is just about name, it's just about protocol, but they're nowhere to be found when it comes to European football. Well, today is just a living testimony of my shelf. Like I said the other day, I'm going to bring you my trophies. And these are my footballing trophies that I've achieved over the years in football. It has a mixture of Inner City, Southern Sunday Football League, and the South American Football League where they play for Clapham. So these are my jewels in football. When I say I play football, this is what I mean. I can represent. But today we get people away know about the game. When they talk about the game, we can tell you a lot about how the game should be played. And also people away report about the game. Well, I'm going to introduce with you today. We get live in the studio, none other than Molai Kamara, the great man where they analyze without telling you exactly what the score is going to be like. And also, it will tell you whether England will beat, but it say it will tweet today with his heart, but not with his mind. But over to you, Molai. Then I'm going to introduce the rest of the team. What's the old man in platform different? We are the two sides of one goal turns. Molai, over to you.
Hello, everyone. This is Namola again. Today, at the grand final of the tournament, the two teams that we go on the finals, we know to the teams that everybody really expects because we all been talk about Belgium, Spain, and few other countries, and we unfortunately some of them don't even make semi-finals. But today, now the grand final, and England win our nation, they play against Italy. So, not interesting game, and it go hard for predict.
I know you don't believe we, but never mind.
It go hard for predict, but I go be happy if England win. But I'm not going to make any prediction because football like game we know they predict.
All right, so well, thank you very much for that, Molai. And I will go to the other man within in your live studio, none other than the man himself. We write about football, but today I think he did with me full blown. You know what I mean? To be on the same wavelengths. Over to you, Alibita. Say welcome to the viewers.
Hello, everybody, and hello, you guys at the studio. And yes, I'm Alibita. We are here again today. The game already don't kick off, so everyone is excited.
Including yourself.
Everyone.
Including yourself. Aren't you excited?
Yeah, that's why I say everyone. I mean,
well, including say I am excited too.
I am excited. It's going to be an epic game. This is a final. We're talking about this is probably the game going to be viewed. It's going to be very big view in television history. You probably by the end of the day that start to confirm it. But so it's big, it's huge, and we're all excited.
All right, so welcome. And I know for say we're all excited. Are you going to predict any scores for today's game?
I think I can see the game going down to the wire. It's gonna be most likely 2-1 England.
At least it's right. It's right. I get the other man will get blackouts, but I think you don't come back on. See what they tell us, see those side better than I agree. And they look for the jump. But anyway, Fred, I don't know whether you'll be able to come on live now because I say you don't sign on. But so you're not gonna make the camera come on, or you get light.
The generator don't come on, T-Boy. Good afternoon, everybody. I still work on that, T-Boy. I think say the next 1 minute. luckily for me, I just got the lights now.
First goal. Give me. I saw it coming. We just begin celebrate. How many minutes don't play for softball? Like
1 minute. That's like 2 minutes goal to say.
But I think the game they end 3-2. My prediction they come to pass. Okay, sorry, Fred. Over to you again. Fred, right now, not scared me, man. You just scared me right now. You look scared me. You dey go on and off. Well, Molai, I'll go straight to you because this is unpredictable, is it?
It is. Because to be honest, we not been expect this coming. But looking at it again, now a transition game, Italy gets a corner, and then England work on the transition.
I think he waited for it.
England work on the transition. If you look at the build-up was from him, Luke Shaw, to Harry Kane. Harry Kane dribble about 15 meters, 15 yards, make a very good pass on the right wing, and then they all follow up. So the same man will build up the attack, and score the goal. If you remember Cristiano Ronaldo in goal, he scored against, was he against France or one of the countries that they play in the same group?
Mm-hmm.
We're in the same transition, we then work on, and the similar thing again happened to this goal where England scores.
Ali, what's your opinion on the goal?
It's a smart goal because, to be honest, it was if you look at it, England defender give away a corner kick, make a back pass that goes to corner, and Italy get the corner. For some reason, it was a poor display from the Italians, and England gets quick counter-attack. And if you notice, Trippier will come inside, will not play from the semi-final game when they blink inside to make a double to help the defenders, because England is kind of playing 3-5-2, and if you reverse it, it can be 5-3-2. Trippier was very clever with his pass, and that's where they get the goal from. And Luke Shaw was like it's free from the back post, and he just slotting it nicely. It was a clever goal, a good goal, good build-up. Yes, now we see what the Italian can offer.
Well, I think the Italian can't offer any better. They bring Femi in later, they cannot foresee an Italian by heart. But Femi, feel free for coming at any time. We cannot foresee definitely right now. You hand in, you ask dinner, you hand. Now you left hand, they switch them to the right hand, so we make sure you're able to survive. Well, Femi, I think you have forgot to talk. Come on, baby, Liverpool vest. But then why England kids? Stop for being hypocrites, man. Over to you, Femi. Look, I say I don't go. This guy got a problem, man. Okay, over to you, Femi.
You see where they say person get problem. Nine at boy. People them welcome. Who that catch me?
Yes.
You not gonna know what's up for you for see.
Go on.
Hold on. Yes, so as we all don't see England don't score. Me and Sidon are two different camp them. One, me had to they wish for make England win this game because that England are there and it's going to be a party atmosphere if we win this tournament. But don't forget saying that Italy are go up as well. So me minding it tell me say Italy are a stronger team, but until we don't see England don't score first goal, so all bets are off right now. I believe say it's going to be an interesting game. Now for make England defend down for the rest of the 90 minutes, you not get for easy. We'll all they watch no more.
Indeed, you not get for easy, but definitely football now one thing we usually predict. But as of now, we always been they say England not gets the potential for go to the final, but they don't start slowly. They don't build up the momentum. They don't get to the stage where it's about the best team on the day. Man, they win any of them kind of tournaments there. So yes, even though my prediction is about 3-2, but I will say England gets more potential. And the game to me is flexible. You have young boys playing on both sides of the game, and I think the Italian team gets a couple of more older age players than we make the backbone of the team. But also England get one or two, not old per age, but they've been players of many bigger tournaments in the past. So basically they have some amount of experience. Like Mola said the last time, experience is not about age, it's about how long you don't play the game for. So more like what do you think to say would be the kind of analysis we would they play now Southgate in mind right now since we they one up?
Since England they one up, what we get for expect for the next 15 minutes? Italy get for game more on the ball. Because England they lead now, so they try for be calm on the play. Try for protect waiting and don't get, and then work on the transition again. The same way they scored in first goal, now that they get for look for more. But you're not going to see England more off the ball the next 15 minutes. You will see more of Italy, but that not means you give a press the panic button.
Okay, so basically you believe say England go lost control of the game so far because they just not scored
Italy wants the game more, and England they lead by 1 goal to 0.
Okay.
So you get for protect, which you get.
If you say this game will get more goals then compared to what you would used to see in the past tournaments so far?
Because of the first goal, if Italy equalize, we go see more goals because everyone go desperate again for win. But from what I see, it will be difficult because it's a very, very conservative game they play so.
Okay. Well,
the one we don't they up now at the moment, game will be very, very conservative.
Well,
secure waiting and get. As I say, the next 15 minutes you will see Italy more on the ball with the statistics they will tell, but England get a game plan.
Okay. Well, Ali, over to you. What do you think so far?
Again, you can already see from the first opening 8 minutes, it's going to be a very aggressive game. It's going to be everybody's fighting for the ball, and looking at Italy, 33 games unbeaten. You're looking at England, Southgate, after 12 managers, don't try for win trophies since, 66. England look like they want to quick, make things happen quick. But at the same time, they're not going for lost control of their defending capability because you don't want to because what's happened with football sometimes when you score first, you got the momentum. If you allow the next man equalize, the momentum switch, and that is not what England want to either keep it this way or try to double the scoreline to get that edge over Italy. And right now, Trippier again, okay? You see, so this is the thing. So the Italians, obviously, it's very, very tense game, very aggressive. Everybody's going for every loose ball. The referee got a lot of work to do here.
I've never seen an England team so aggressive.
Well, they've already educated them. You have to play like this if you want to beat the Italians because they, it's something where they have to play like this if they want to win today's game. Because it's not about leading, it's about finishing the game.
Because I've never seen England this aggressive. And so far, the aggression way I see it come up from each and every player.
Now, to be honest, this generation, we then build on a part of the DNA.
Aggression.
When you talk about teams the way they press very high, the high demanding, England is one of them. Presently, for the past 4 years, they get the record. Even when they play well, if you watch the selection, the players they will press, and then they select.
Okay.
So make you see Mount, where everybody criticize them, the manager always stick to him. Phillips, Declan Rice, Trippier, Harry Kane. These are pressers. They press you to the end. So even when they know they play well, easy for lady all over them.
Right. Fred, I don't know if you can come in quickly. I'm not saying right now, they struggle with blackouts. But over to you. You deliberately done. So I know that for sure. So what do you think so far? Now that we the lead 1-0.
T-Boy. Yeah, T-Boy. I mean, so far so good. Me, no. If not me, I'm not going to use the words. I'm not going to look for a prediction, but always England they show we say not to wait till I want to say about win or what we can do. I'm so impressed. I don't want this game I go for beat Italy bad because I don't want this to be aggressive so like what Italy is so right now. And honestly, believe me, if they continue with this pace, then go shock the world. Then go really, really shock the world. As you say, T-Boy, really, that's it. I regret someone I will make a cancel before the Euro they done. Because Salona has to right now. I don't want for line. I mess, man. The network terrible. Lights, oh my God, you know. But also I'm done our country, so we get for manager. But so far so good. England don't impress me. They don't impress me greatly.
So you want to reverse that statement you make last week?
No, they don't impress me. Quite different from what I see today. I got to say the reality, T-Boy. I don't say I come up in Italy them. Now Italy I support for today. I don't come up in the boy. Somebody play good football. Me no want like my more like we. I mean, you know the no side. No. Me the Italy, England they play good football. I believe so that's what they are for.
It's really planning.
All right. So again, like I say, more like this guy for highlights the kind system we Italy use against Spain. But like I say, England has never been this aggressive. So basically, they cost the counter attack way they always don't rely on. They leave the opposition team open and then try for do a quick counter. But like I say, England has been very aggressive and they're very fast to the ball. Now, like a one up, one down, they have confidence, then they use their skills, and they try for knock the ball around. Sometimes in a game, if you get a couple of players and they get a good feel of the ball, it makes it a bit easier. Isn't this true, Mola, or not just assumption people can make some thinking where they can say knock the ball around and give everybody a feel of the game?
Yeah, it'll work. That will work because when you do that, that don't show you in control of the game. You understand? Proper build up, keep the ball around. You try for frustrate the opponents, and then see you side and can give that space between, and then you exploit them.
So Ali, you mentioned 15 managers in the past. You don't go do research. Out of 12. Those 15, 12 managers in the past. Out of those 12, is there anyone way for you to say will have been successful than the other, or it's just about matter of time for like anyone planning for to win any kind of major tournaments?
I will not say they are unsuccessful. Obviously, you account, for every situation in football terms. You are judged by results and which you win. So probably that's why even when I listen to some of the English pundits them today, they mention similar kind of things. I will not say they're unsuccessful. I just feel like this England team, they've built something special. If you look at Mola was talking about high pressing today. If you look at the English football, if you look at the way the English teams are playing in the Champions League, all the football now, you have to follow the trend. And all the players are playing for England now. Most of the sharpest player, yes, Mount, very strong in his pressing. And you look at Harry Kane, they even get players like Rashford, who is still able to show himself properly, and a very, very good player, and able to show himself properly in this tournament. So I just think Southgate, it gets, this is, most of these lads are from the under-17. So you see the trend. All these players in this team from the under-17. So you can see how they've been graduated slowly. Now they're playing for the senior team. So it's a DNA where they don't build from youth level. So it makes it different. I think not only 1 goal or 2 goals they don't considered in this whole tournament. Then first 3 games they not concede to nobody. And I think I don't know if it's against Germany or so. But it just shows you what this team is about. And you're playing against Italy, we no lost for 33 games. Yes, it's not over yet, but the fastness of this team to try to get a quick break and get the first goal, try to put Italy on the back foot. You remember, Italy gets 30. That means that Italy got one of the best defense, unbeaten in 33 games. It just explain. So the other managers probably at the time you got big players, fancy players, but maybe they were not as lucky as this team to get this team and Fonseca the whole package, you know. So, but it's not over yet. We're not gonna say you don't win yet because you're the lead until they win this tournament. Southgate is just like the other 12 managers.
Okay, well, it's not like the other 12 managers because he took England to the semi-finals of the World Cup. You know what that means?
Yeah, yes, he took England to the semi-final. Yeah, but we're looking at trophies which you win, not to semi-final or quarter-final. Semi-final is not trophy. It's a good thing. It's a good development. It's a good start, but it's not winning. So until you win this, you know, you have to step one step ahead of the other managers by winning this tournament.
Ali, so far, Southgate is the best manager out of the 12 managers with the nation because he has taken England to the semi-final of the World Cup.
Okay, that
and
is
then
correct.
The next final, like he took them that far, but now he's taking them to another final of the Euro tournament. I don't think any of the past 12 managers have any kind of record closer to him.
Euro was just names. It was just big names.
And again, if you look at the formation of the new set of players, the way he gets right now at the England team, you will not say they are the best going back to records, but I think they are the most compact.
They compact, the consistent, and there is the youthness in this team. You know,
it's not going down the likes of big name players, right? Because you know, say the England in the past gets big name players, then you defeat. Oh yeah, this for play, that for play, that for play.
Even dropping Wayne Rooney was a great decision.
Exactly.
And he was the one that made that decision.
And even Ashford is more or less the most outstanding striker on the team right now, but he's on the bench.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That decision is not an easy decision to take. Fred, as a manager, what do you think about Southgate and all the 12 managers? Then Ali don't make mention, say you don't manage England.
I don't think that they compare to none of them because what you do, even when not win trophy, but you can still achieve without trophy. You know, if we don't do now, Lewis no one they qualify for World Cup. I qualified for World Cup. Even I not win the World Cup set. No, I like to make reference because the nearest reference we can make. You know, I believe you know, I don't make my own mark. John Kista, for an example, right now, you know, win the Nations Cup it. But compared to other home-based back which you don't achieve, but could achieve it, you know. I mean, I know say yes, Musa Kalombe don't care on the 20 goal Finland win that they will get likes of Zengele and others. But to be honest with you, a local coach we don't go carry the national team go. Nakistan don't do that. So for me, Southgate an exception. He don't do well. He don't do more than well. And I think if you ask me out of the 12, I will pick Southgate.
All right, so I kind of agree with you, Nandi. I don't know whether Ali will change his mind later on, but some say England beats first by 4-0. There's something people for accepting.
I bring a subject like this up because you have done a lot of research on them. I'm not saying Southgate is the worst. In fact, my reference to Southgate is a praise, but I'm only saying to go more ahead of these guys, he has to win this one.
Okay, well, winning this one will be a compliment to me, but so far I think his record stands. His records will be a legacy because if we not take this for now, then this is what we see. So we get to accept this for now and then wait until something else happens. But also not forget, say you get the World Cup back with the come up, and if the England team continue for player in the play, so well, I haven't seen them with any South American side yet, but so far with the teams they were inside Europe, I think they will stand the time for challenge any team right now in Europe. I'm not saying they are the best, definitely not, but I think they have the potential to grow the team even more. And take into consideration, like this guy, this English defender with the Manchester United. We are finding say Southgate not get in. He don't know in first 11. Not in a negative way, but he have the potential to chop and change. Chop and change players the way they can bring them in and perform exactly the same kind way. Mola they say talent. Mola bring to Mola.
England never used to have that. England, you can highlight the stars that they go, and when the opponents lock them, there's no better players coming in.
No choice, no the option.
No better options. But this squad, They got more than 80 boys. Look at the ones that never made the squad. There's a lot. Even before having that 30-man squad, there were still more players people were asking for.
Right.
Why I did not in the squad. And then when he made the final decision, there was also a debate about it, leaving Lingard and other players out. So you can see that there's a lot out there for him.
Okay.
To choose. Before England, when you talk about David Beckham, Paul Scholes, where you talk about again, that's it.
The
now
options
they have
there.
It's all because of the football DNA.
Okay.
They're identifying talents every day. Look at, for the past 5 years, England has been winning all age categories. This shows that
when it comes to lower level football,
from under 17 to under 21s. So you can see it was just about time for them to win a big.
Okay,
tournament.
Ali, you want to respond to that because you want to respond earlier on.
I don't think so that that statement was correct. Probably in previous tournaments, maybe it's defined, but this tournament, Gareth was very clever. If you go back and look the England line-up, the only people away he don't bring in to change in first 11 is Saka in, Saka out. And today again, Saka is out. They bring Trippier. It starts with Trippier in the first game of the tournament. So the changes, it's not like he's making 4-5 changes. The changes is 1-2. Then second half, they make a couple of changes. So for me, that statement is not really, that's not Ferdinand's opinion. But I think the defense remains the same. The midfield, obviously, the West Ham guy and Declan Rice and Phillips being brilliant. These are the guys that played throughout the tournament. So I don't really see much changes in. The only reason why Mount was off the team is because of the COVID. As soon as the COVID finished, Mount is back in the team. So you get Mount, Harry Kane, and Raheem Sterling. So it's been consistent in settings. So I don't really think that when you make 3, 4, 5 changes per game, then you don't know your first 11. But if you change 1 player, 2 player, you get the core of his team. His core team is got at least 8 men at this team who is stagnant for play every game.
Okay, because you also know say when you make the changes, it affects the team formation as well, right? Italia they attack Bonana for nothing. Now I've never seen this England team so confident, man.
You see what I'm telling you, Phillips.
I've never seen this England team so confident.
Phillips is like the captain at this England team. He's so strong in front of the back four. He's always there.
The confidence is too great. The confidence is too great. Before in the past, you go see England and boom, bam, boom. That ball where they just clear right now and make sure they bring and come back from Italy defense back to their own half.
They used to feel pressure.
Control. They kill the pressure and then just level the game. Fred, over to you. I know see you comparison and mostly they come in regards to what's the nature of salon football. You don't need the guns. So what's in preparation talent? Look who switch small. Fred, play over to you.
Yeah, T-Boy, like, I don't know if they get me in live now.
When they get ball, it breaks small. Or they get short.
Yeah. If I go to that, and I guess make one correction back into Ali. Ali, if you change one player and you. Tipo, Sadi, I don't want to make all my nuggets all over the world. Sadi. Sadi, it's terrible. It's terrible. Hey, T-Boy.
No, the network. Let's not be the I don't see the fair. I see the failing network.
No, not to network. No, make a switch. Me, I can clear. Panema would ask for sleep. I think you need to come to me in 2 minutes back because the line terrible. Like you see, all Monday online, all Monday browse is really terrible. Really terrible now. So I think they come to me in the next 5 minutes. I think I will switch over to a different network. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Ali. I know say Ali gets in your kind of different challenges. I know say you don't go do a lot of research and statistics on the England team. What thing that you take on the Italian team so far?
Well, the Italian team, you always know Italy, like I said, Italy gets, a very compressive, defensive-minded squad. You know, if you look where they play, you know, say you got two guys, you know, in the center of their defense that if they're going to win today, those two guys need to be at the best. And the goal where England scored was a quick one, and they caught them on the break. But since that time, they don't look composed. You got this from Chelsea, the guy from Chelsea, which is Jorginho. Jorginho is the one that make this Italian team tick. But what England have done with Jorginho, like when they play in the Premier League, then they allow Jorginho to get that time on the ball. So as soon as Jorginho, the ball is going to Jorginho, then they try for bring that tightness, close them down as quick as possible, you know. And the guy on PSG, which is he himself, is a very good midfielder, but it's a very tense competition right now going on, you know, in the midfield. And England have to stay firm and control the game and keep, you know, the balance straight. But the Italian team, as always, you can't play 33 games and not lose none. And you know, say they're a very, very good team already. It's just a matter of today are they in their best form. But football is two half game. You know, England don't score first, and we see what happened in the second half and maybe the rest of the first half as well.
Well, I think they will definitely not be in their best form for today's game. That's what we want. We don't want them to be in their best form because obviously players then they rise to the occasion. Sometimes players don't rise to occasion at all. But so far so good. I feel say the England team don't try for control the game in their own way. Although it's not that 110% yet, but they seems to be very comfortable with the way how the game they play so far. Again, we just don't go about 29 minutes of the first half, and more like this now something we can say if you score in the first 15 minutes of the game, they determine outside the game they go at some points.
Not at all times.
No, at some points. Not at all times. Yeah, because, I didn't say all times. Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Yeah. There's something I want to say. You see, football. Some people they can judge certain individualism wrongly. You understand? Southgate, as a player, was not the most how you call nice.
Was not the most skillful.
You understand? Nice
player.
and tidy player.
Yeah.
But as a manager, he deserves credit in terms of his game understanding.
Yeah.
If you look at England squad now, the two best players in the England team are the two wing backs team, Luke Shaw and Trippier. All the positive attacks and even the success we didn't get come from them too. Anytime when England they play with Luke Shaw, you see that there's something going to happen.
Right.
It's the same to Trippier. And I would say Trippier is the best at the moment. It's the best at the moment. So with Adande all, you get to give the manager credit. Because in game plan, everybody made the field say the ball get for the play to Ryan. Because even Ryan is a bit quiet.
He is.
In the game.
Yeah.
It's a bit quiet. Because Italy targets. In Harry Kane. Now they're in the target because they're the two main man them. So what they do now, England, they use the wings them. Then two guys, and they utilize them. And for any time when they play England, get the ball and play at the side, you see say there's something to happen. So things like that, you have to give the manager credit. Why you get so many sticks with some ex-footballers and some pundits then? Because he wasn't the most nice and tidy player. You understand?
Yeah.
During his playing days. But what they forget is that coaching is education. You understand? Coaching is education because that's what you will learn. So if the man don't go learn it, they don't get the education. No, there's no way he's ahead of them.
We cannot say Southgate has been a dirty player.
Yes.
If he let go, he let foul, then man really just clear. Yes, he has authority in the game. He can control the game. He has that leadership in him. But as a decent player on the pitch, he was rough. He wasn't a decent player, of course.
Because why we need to accept football and education, look like Mourinho. Never kicked the ball. Arsene Wenger. all these top managers, even Tuchel, Thomas, is it Tuchel or you call it the one for?
Tuchel, yeah, the Chelsea now.
For Chelsea and all these things, is reading. Coaching is reading. The more you
want to see the game don't come now more into the educational aspects of it, because where this guy been the starter, we been the Arsenal, I call him. Quite if he's from Arsenal coach, we don't like Arsenal.
Wenger.
Wenger starts him, they say he's not a good manager and only now football philosophy.
Yeah. Well, that's so because most of the one we play football, the ex-footballers, then it's difficult for them to let they accept the reality. Say when you don't left football, after that you get to go get the education.
So then if you're more out of football, you can still coach.
For play and coach, manage players is different. There's two different content of the game.
Okay. Well, I kind of agree with you. Ali, what's the name you take on that? If we say if we bring it to the context of Salone, we get make sure we coaches then get more football education than just rely on the experience as players.
But watching, this is not about coaching. Everything you do now in the world, everything you do now, every technology, every 6 months new thing they implement new stuff. Coaching maybe every 6 months, every 1 year, so it's everything now in the world. You got to make sure you stick to where you are and upgrade yourself every time there's a new thing, any new model, any new start, any new project. So it's just like that. Everything now, not only coaching. So it's just to say you have to be up to date with what you are doing. So if you do your coaching badge 20 years ago, there's a lot has changed. There's a lot, you understand? So that's not my own side to that. But if just UEFA just confirm Luke Shaw goal is the fastest goal ever in the Euros, 56 seconds. And so the other one was Dmitry Kirichenko for Russia in 2004. So Luke Shaw, which is good for him, and another record for the young man. Another good season with Man U. He's tried to rebuild under Mourinho. It was like his career is going to, all of a sudden, Euro come, a burst into the scene. And for me, it's one of if you look at the England team, Luke Shaw is one of the best players. Raheem Sterling, Luke Shaw, and Harry Kane. Because he's contributed now, he's scored now, he contributed 1 or 2 assists throughout this game. Whoa, what a miss.
Oh. And I'm not going to end up at what a miss. That's all we want for now. I miss
I know, so yeah, but when it comes to the everything we're doing now in this world, everything is upgraded, is updated every time. So if you don't have that system to get it updated, then you have to really follow the European coaching models, because you're going to see new things every time.
Okay, we Salone coaches that will get, what are some of the privileges them? Not just for do their coaching courses online, or they don't send any one of them go out of Sierra Leone for go practice or train? Because we know say John, of course, in doing your own England, and he do some of your back in Salone way, maybe they do online. So what's not the kind of model they use right now for get more knowledge of the game?
It's completely difficult question to answer, because in that regard, I probably want to speak to some of the coaches then for give me an insight about it all, because I know CAF, FIFA set the update. So if they do CAF, for example.
Ali, can I help you, Ali? Can I help you, Ali?
Yeah, you can. You can.
T-Boy and Aleke, we will get John Kista now. We CAF get coaching course now. Italy we hire John Kista go the way commodity. Then get few instructors and also we don't get to as coaching instructor them when it's land and campus and move on. Now just recycling with the plan salon recycling. When they ready, they call like this short taboo this other game. Make nickname no fine. I don't know about Tambagot. Not having and make nickname no fine. Then go out, call coach. I said don't begin do D. Then they come back to the rural area. Coaching course they go on, but that's effective. And at the same time, I will say the honest truth to you. from where how the well, I don't know, meaning to see the results because when you get good coaches them back again, you will see them from the players them in the tournament. You know, we watch the league. I don't think you want to go to the next day. I need to have for cry them down. You know, but you know, our series in back why make everybody they left salon game then they go watch Premier Leagues them because it starts from the coach them. You know, even the way you don't begin start, you don't get your D. You can still read more empower. Is that before you go get your C, your B and A, all A1 and A. You see, but yeah, you know, I don't know if that because of very limited resources that they cause that, but honestly, I think it's really, really difficult because there is no proper structure. No proper structure.
When they say limited resources, what are the resources that were limited? Is it finance or access to the courses they miss?
Well, no, I think the wrong word I use now. Limited facilities. Because the resources and they come from FIFA money there for that and every now and then, but when they make use of our facilities and all the courses they pass to go to the academy, that is small conference room we then get every now and then, you know, and then the manager will think we save now. Most of the other countries they never again and they go out for go to their courses them, but they're limited to maybe few technical people they back again. We then go left technical team go left go few other sides they back again just because of. We know happy for everybody. We causes in Italy, other side, and we wait for Africa. We send few, they win and come, they can't teach the other one, then but that is I can do with it.
So basically, trainers train trainers because then they go get one or two coaches then for go qualify. Then two coaches then they can now for can spread the knowledge to the other coaches. They will not go out for go train. Is that what they're doing?
Well, me go say now poor trainers coming with poor training to train the poor trainers.
What do you mean? I don't understand that, Fred.
If I break them down, I think I'll be arrested tomorrow. Let us leave it like that. I do know that you understand, T-Boy.
Because you can't talk to me in English now today. We don't allow you to do that at all. Basically, so I just want to get at the concept. I mean, you go buy that statement when Fred say, when poor trainers training poor trainers. That's the ideology.
They attack me for that.
Would that make sense to you?
It's not something when me say really, but probably just want to leave it like that. It sounds like a provocative statement anyway. But
how
like
well,
yeah, that's why they want to elaborate further probably because it's like you saying poor coach go learn and can't train other poor coaches. Similar kind of statement, which is but I know say. When it comes to coaching education, there is always upgrade, even FIFA and CAF, but depending on individual, because even without FIFA and CAF, you can always go online and follow European coaching models, then, which is another way of helping yourself, really. But I will not.
The European coaching models, then, is it something that we go able to adapt now the African concept of football, or we can get a mixture?
Football plays the same. Football plays the same.
1 minute.
No,
it's just because we don't do. Okay, I'll leave
them. Football plays the same way everywhere. So whether you do on CAF, whether you do on FIFA, whether you do on a Scottish FA or Belgian FA, football plays the same everywhere. So when you learn something, how you implement them, you can put some twist and turn into it. As long as you're successful, you are a good coach. But if you learn what I learned, then I am winning tournaments and you are not winning anything, then it feels like you're not really doing. So we all learn the same thing. I don't think there is much difference in some of these coaching courses.
Well, I don't think it's the same really, because I will make mention with Fred on making statement on to the South American type of football. We're different from the European type of football. We're different from other continental football. But Fred, come in quick, make a one for response to before Ali Donion talk. Go on, Fred, over to you.
Yeah, Tibor, all what I want to say is that a simple breakout with one green word, we need to do things by merit. And because we need to do things by merit, I make I use the actual sentence. They say, poor coach, go learn poorly and can implement a magna salon poorly. You see? Because you go see somebody where say he's up there, if he go when it comes, a lot will be done by that particular person. But just because any to support Mr. XYZ, he will not go there. You see, Tsunami can use the word say, I mean, I don't want to go, I don't want to try to make a better layer, I don't can put myself into certain things, but I talk in terms of merit. Say, when you talk of journalism, when Ali talk, so you know what you do. But Mickey always say, if you take carpenter, no more, you go get a ball, party take the nail, no more, you boss up.
All right, I totally understand what you say. But if I come back to Ali in talk on saying that the same amount of course they only do.
I said football is playing the same way everywhere. It's the same football. So how you implement which you don't learn, whether you learn your coaching course na CAF, whether you learn your coaching course na FIFA, whether you learn on the Scottish FA, how you implement it now is up to you, the coach, because we only learn the same thing, but I do it differently. Where you get media man, then where my way of writing is different from the other guy way of writing, but we're all reporting on the same thing.
Okay, well, for challenge you small on that, not challenge, but for counter you small on that. Now the fact say yes, they might be learning the same thing, but the South American game is totally different from the European game. You got to agree on that?
Yeah,
and
because
they will not be using the same models of coaching. It's totally different. You got to agree on that back as well?
Well, it's a possibility. It's a possibility because obviously, but when you look at the Brazil team now, you look at the Argentina team, the system, they're all similar.
That's not
it's either now the most popular system is 3-5-2, 3 at the back or 5 at the back, which means you got 2 flank guys playing, 2 wing backs playing high up, but if you look at it when they're defending, so most of this general system, they're not changing. The 4-4-2 was the original system, so as a coach, it's how you implement your own personal thing, but I don't think the models of coaching, especially in the high level, will be too different. I don't think Italy will get their own style and Belgium will get their own. I think it will be very similar.
Okay, well, I come to Mola and Dandy. Mola, you're a coach, and I would say you don't play the African game a lot because you don't play salon football, and you don't see the European game. You don't spend time in Holland, and you don't come back to London. You don't see the 3 different countries then approach towards coaching. Is the football the same?
Well, let's start with Ali. You always say football definition are the same way everywhere. Whether you play in a 2-a-side field or 11-a-side, are the same. But in terms of the educational tools, then you understand, you really equip you, you really prepare you for become a proper coach. I'll be honest with you, Ali, is completely different.
Can you differentiate that for us?
In a sense, why John gets so much advantage over all the coaches in Sierra Leone? Because he don't dinner the system. He understand exactly what it take for coach a team. Even if not the best coach, not the most fanciful football coach, but he know the basic of coaching. He know him. So that make him for lady ahead of them from now to the next, how many years that we can call it. The only coaches then we get for compete with John, and we get for compete with John. Now, past the we don't in this part of the world, the diaspora, we don't get them coaching education. You understand? We didn't get the backbone of coaching. Now they no more will compete with John. Right. But if now that level in the salon, it's going to be every time. Even if you left now, you go coach Lions back, they win them back.
Because in coaching style different from the other national coaches.
You know the inside of coaching.
Okay, but as I make mention of the games then, the South American game, is it the same game in Europe? And it is the same coaching manual?
It is the coach. That's why they call it UEFA. You go na South America, na UEFA licensing they all get. And that even allowed them coaches them when they kind of Europe. When you look at them badge, you see and see them get UEFA B, UEFA A, and
yeah, but the UEFA B and A is not. Is South American game is different. Do they have their own way of coaching in South America before they come from the UEFA?
You go with the same. You go with the same coaching modules.
Okay,
but you can add I get a course I do on purposely because I want to know what it takes, because I want to know I use them on talent ID. You understand? For scout players, for develop players, like futsal. You know about futsal?
Yeah, I know futsal.
I get level 2 in futsal. Now a different game. If you watch for the past 10 years, all the world best players then get a futsal history. If I lie to you, go Google now.
When you say futsal history, that means they don't play
futsal background, yes.
Tournaments them before.
Yes, all the Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, Kaká, Ronaldinho, Zidane, all name it.
So what's the advantage of futsal?
Because it helps you for your agility in the game. It gives you more advantage of your ball control, your physique, your transition. There's so many things, your game understanding. Before I've been in the field, say futsal, not just for go do footwork, just go stylish. When I do the course, I know exactly what futsal means. And today, all the English players with the CISO, who they play right now, they all get a futsal history. Because it's the English FA curriculum. Every week, any academy players who do, they get one day when they do futsal, 2 hours.
So
now, if you watch, yes, I'm not coaching you. If you watch now the English football, they're more confident, they're more comfortable with the ball. The whole thing, these are the secrets people don't know from the outside. Before, English players will know them for go long ball, head arm, and all these things. Now, waiting the Europeans and they do, the English players accept the one because they get it tools them. They hire expert them South America, where they work with England FA now, when they develop coaches them. Then coaches and they go coach the academies then. Okay. You get what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they go coach the academies then for develop the players then. Watch all the players in England they produce lately. You see and see they all get a lot of good ball control, ball manipulation, because that's what we call them. I don't know how you call them, ball mastering or all that in it. But as I say again, check the last 10 years, the world best players in the world get a futsal history. From Zidane then to downwards.
All right. Well, then not to think I will challenge you on, but now we don't get
He's the boss there.
Yeah, see, but let me come in on that if you can permit me.
Oh, of course. Why not? We're gone.
Yeah, futsal, even saloon, now get the highest money. We will not ever exploit it in this country. It's sort of like a grassroots community competition whereby, like with Salon Dessous, you can go all over for tap the grassroots. When I'm in tap grassroots, you get someone now from ATR, that HD upwards. So fun day for that. We're in every country in the Senam, but Salon not ever. Then again on this coaching, I'm gonna say it's not the same everywhere. The laws of the game is the same all over the world. The laws of the game. But the coaching style depends on one continent, area, country. Now, let's say what to make me count on a saloon. What to make me know the ever count on a saloon. Mm-hmm. It's all about one honesty and another thing when poverty with the Hamburg, Sierra Leone. What to make John Kista succeed? He can emit a system now where if they get the team. And me picking the train, whether I good or not good, they play. Any player back again, way no saying one play for go you, but not good, better sacrifice the salary. Hey, coach, you go, they put me no more now, take me salary. When it come, and watch them say, okay, no, me, I want result, I will not go down to that drain. And but this is not way more like no, you don't play for no salon, I go down here, but I said, don't hear about time. Then small thing because player they come on Europe when no fits. You can meet somebody now. We not get creep for way for good train because they not empower, and not get nothing for some back safe, you not get much capacity the player get and lift. So all that they are bog women at the poverty side one day. Where Johnny come, no camp that it's camp of purely results. When I say results, a one win competition and make your name. Whilst the other coaches and just want to play game no more and get to in the gate. So now a different ball game than Sierra Leone. It's quite different. Poverty and honesty they disturb we make. I don't see an possible for to reach that height way. Some of the people like I say when they come to Europe, we don't go and say, look, this is my profession and I don't joke with it. Most people are salon now because they are no more than joke with their profession. Because what you do, follow your risk and select player, they give you money, put it inside, not just because you don't get paid for it, so that the poverty coming. So now a different ball game on this side of the world. I know say as a lot of the game all over the world are the same, but coaching system different a bit. Are you the coach person at level field all get all the pitch all over the same side? Now you are the same. Yeah, you go for playing a different pitch back. We need additional experience on the ground. So it's a bit different. It's a bit different if we have a coming. But this futsal team is not be no more time. Now we had a discussion with the Michael. They tell me say almost $1 million they come for futsal. One day no, I don't talk about that. Almost $1 million they come back. $1 they come back for female football. We one day female football not make them in salon. I don't say the beach way bad no more. So this part of the world, two things and Bogo make we no go ever compete with you. You know, poverty now one, then two. The can't say no more now. Merit and respect because they can be respect myself. So I believe I prefer to die angry than I go sell me bad rights. But some money now, what you not get for it? You want to survive, you get away from picking a house. Who say you will learn for the day? And then they joke with that. So that they affect this part of the world seriously.
So what's not the poverty element really mentioned? So because I understand say yes, poverty is a key thing in Sierra Leone, but how can poverty affect the game of play where in this kind of situation where I feel say yes, the manager they wouldn't get in the past. I'm not saying I don't know, I'm not sure. Say something that they select player them based on the fact say the planning will give them panic by game or whatever. How that they affect the game? Because if you say poverty, now poverty towards the manager don't get in the past, or poverty towards the is it national as well? Or I don't understand.
See, but the managers then are part of the game, not part of the team. So if you get manager now, I don't want to call him, but I saved them beaucoup. Where they go, even say back, pass the manager in keke or in bike, they're gonna feel. Wait for turn back, step back again. The FNO empower, not get transport. When I play the guy, you want to talk to that player. Then the player don't do from fire, manager don't call you. I they send that player to you, you know, now you get time. So please help him out, take out something for you. How you want to say no? How you want to say no to all anything anyway? If you're waiting for take home, you don't get time. Now we can say poverty, they unblock the game now because waiting they come for the game is only for a few people, you know, sharing together. You see, and then the right way for do it and then they do it. So corruption, poverty, merit, and dishonesty, they unblock the game. That is part of Africa badly. Okay. I know one day you say person resign here. One day I know you say you do something wrong and resign. And people I think so don't document so many things here. You know, wait till they talk so back again about be new to you because we know what's in happen here. I don't do way
Okay, for you slightly the break, we need to get you clear right now. You camera don't freeze for now. But anyway, Ali, see when I get the privilege for go make a cup of coffee. Right now,
joining out a difference, so let me mention that we come with time.
So I do my contact. There you go. Have somebody earlier.
You talk when necessary. Now when in necessary.
Show me some contact, yes.
So you the break. You can say that one the way say just now before you done.
Energy. And that was the first part of the game. Really impressive.
Ali, I think you get
like I say earlier on, I say John a bit better. You get me clear now?
Yeah. Now Ali in audio interrupt. Ali can put you can mute the audio for speak. So don't forget
and being able to control.
Over to you, Fred. Okay, we don't mute Ali first. Fred, can you hear me?
T-Boy earlier on? Yeah, I can hear you, T-Boy. Like I said earlier on, T-Boy, it's really difficult because I mean I don't do na stadium we play they call the coach. Coaching tomorrow they reach tomorrow. Then what's up with the reply? You reach tomorrow, I want to know so you know say for me you need to play until you can transfer all the other player. You can imagine that na poverty. Then they cause that because player no need for send for you when they can play. I know coaches them back again way every day. Managers them. Then they are the coaching host. They better say, "Yeah, can we play go?" So this is not new, T-boy. Let's call it spade a spade. It's not really new. Now that is above the game. Now that is above the game. You see, the money where people they send, which they generate, we need to use them correctly. We just don't care about the name of the game. We just want to enrich ourselves no more now back again. And that they are wise. If you open now, you know they do them because if they're staying there forever, we not recycle. If John go, just back again. Momo go, John come back. John go, so he come. So he go, Momo come back again. We just recycle from left to right. Check 10 years back. So check the list. No more. You go see what I try to explain now.
So you basically they say if we spend the money with FIFA they do properly, we know we're going to issue the also what they get with managers. Then we sometimes not able for afford forget the basic. For me, then we able for pick the right team and get the right players. Then we get for train and play for the team.
Exactly, and I shock you now. I want to let one manager show me in contact with them and get back again na the national na the FA. One manager for show me a proper contract. It never exists.
So you want to say
T-boy, I want to do that Richard Dinamo now. Even John now legends shown on a contract now. They unveil up to under 14 managers they will be seeing now. Non pa no gi. Now even when they go by the press conference, they actually contract now. What they actually say no gi there. From that up till now. Just before the first date for the election, they all the other coaches from 8 years they appoint all non the no gi contract. And most of them not begin kids. Just because some of them want win certain people for this election here. Call they all. Where are they today? Where are they? You know, or we don't get lots of Ajina, Shotabu, Ahmed Long to go. There's so much name them. Now you come, Ofujogbo, and Toby. You know, all the same story every now and then. To be honest with you, we use this word now. If they want to arrest me, we are not serious about football at Salon. And they want to really manage football back that cooks them. They're going for the money no more. Now, what they want for each one, they're going for where they unbug this game. I wish God could just do the right thing for let things change.
What's not the right thing what they God do?
The critic in the number of T-boy, you know. No, he had trending. And also you could always say, I talk with anger from the part of stakeholder. Now, right. Football, no me love. I love that game, the bad, I all know that. So when they play on a salon, I know how they feel. You know? Now, the only, you know, see me in a club, not except football. I love that game too much. But we are not serious about the game. We are not really serious about the game. You don't see they cancel Omel contract just for to go buy Vesta Guinea. I mean, they don't think of volunteer. We're not serious, T-boy. We are not really serious. Yeah. You know, the speaker don't care to you. They want to arrest me. What do they want to do? I don't care. We are not serious. From the top take and down, we are not serious.
No, I cannot.
We are not serious in football. I don't know for this people we don't get. Whether
I kind of agree with you. A lot of what you say, I totally agree with a lot of the statement that they make because definitely the nation as a whole need to be serious about football, about the game. Like clearly, we not say FIFA they spend a lot of money into the football games the way they play all over the world, especially in Africa. They want to try as much as possible for develop the game so that they not for say there's a lot of products that come out from Africa really benefits the European clubs then. So they are seeing it like another way of saying, yes, let's support African football and also distribute the fund evenly where FIFA they generate all over the world for the game for play. But I remember a couple of years ago, we will go cover the I think at the under 17 or under 21 Abo. We had a privilege to sit with few of the SLFA executive then, and they make them very clear say, apparently, CAF, they spend a minimum of $10 to $20 or $40,000 on media. And I'm thinking, what do you talk about? We say, oh yeah, that's how much money CAF they spend just on media. And I find it very strange for no for say that kind of money there is being spent on media, and we don't go offer with services for free. We don't go offer with opportunities for like we cover certain games and for free, and yet still when we show up, the authorities in the first way. Then they challenge me say, no, we can't film the game, we can't broadcast the game, we can't do nothing about the game. And that's very, very strange for like we know for say this is the amount of money we CAF they spend. And that's not the money where CAF they spend on CAF competitions. Imagine now how much FIFA would spend on FIFA competitions when it comes to World Cup tournament. So it is ridiculous for Lokono for saying that kind of money also is being spent on the game and nothing happens. I mean, how, like I say, if we don't bless the fact, say, people in the pool their own money now and buy possibly sophisticated cameras or rent cameras or maybe get sophisticated phones, and then I go testify with that way every single day. You get people and where they ask you for, make you send for them quality phone. Are they alive? Just because they want for cover the game, they want for take quality pictures, with something they go supply to you. Why do we have to rely on those particular petty stuff that we have to say the country can do better? Than
simple.
I don't know whether they want the SLFA media. Because if people know they want the SLFA media, then we don't have nothing to show online when it comes to international football for Sierra Leone. We don't have nothing to show online when it comes to when it comes to videos of the games they will play. So how can we talk about the game? How can we rely on the fact that FIFA they spend money in salon football?
Quick question. Oh, okay, Ali. Maybe just to ask you a question. Do you? I want you to show me also you don't kind of salon where you see not a proper a skeleton media room, skeleton media room. This also you don't see in a salon with all this money where they come. But I want to tell you one thing, T-Boy. Join them today, you will see it all.
Fred, unfortunately, I don't ever go inside the comments box in the stadium because I don't feel say I get
we don't get one.
Because the one we miss are being of presidential. So if we not get one, who's in the one comments from that stadium?
Now any room we available we be for the look for the room number you see the stadium, now then go manage. Any room that top place they back again because when you say a media room, you know waiting for the day. So if today they open one room where they write up by the presidential, when they go to you see waiting they go on, you are lucky. If they say do one at the basement, you outside and divide and that network again room team. No, either one day.
So I believe that most of the people that really run comments in salon football now basically now the level pitch then can they or then they not presidential themselves.
Well, you see, once something like a step, we can be near the Red Cross, now the basement, say, once something like a step today, who say most, like you see, they can go sit down. Now they can sit down, boy. Most of them, because when you don't play that time, you need to see fine. So near the Red Cross motorcar, we can get the ambulance, once something like a step, now that can see all man go sit down no more now. You go hear this one comment today, copy voice, then the other goal, and the other not so goal. Anyway, Tibo, it's nothing to talk about because it's not media. It's just too disgraceful. Last stop day.
So what's going to be the solution to all this frustrating thing where they go to as a nation? Suggestion of a solution.
This old set for God to wipe them all off for we. Because I know more get after they wipe them off and get new people. No, Tiba, no, that's God. God, no, not to me go talk about the table. God just wipe them all off for you in your own way. They will get new people for coming and then can help us because this is very, very disgraceful. Tiba would laugh. So they are not proud for telling people and say I'm from Sierra Leone, honestly, because there is nothing to show. Nothing to show, Tiba.
I understand your frustration. So what do you feel say will be the preparation now for 2021? I mean 2022, where will they ready for go the Nations Cup like Cameroon?
And I'm not surprised now. We get a tax like this. Although the laudable venture, and I'm a friend, good. I go take the out of the national team where they are so now. Then they left him for go Liberia, for go play a game because scout in the camp can't see them. But that's the latest we get no more now. Nothing about the national team. But I guess no see no more now. A whole handful of them, about 25 players, they left for go Liberia tomorrow. We organized by an agency at UK, when Mustafa. Because it gets other agents that really come up from Italy, Spain, and other side for come white player. Then that I know when they go and come back Wednesday. But anything to do with salon, only if that they rain, I don't stop everything first because they're really heavy. But no news after the retreat, the so-called retreat. But you know, so una Magic Man, we can prepare 1 month before time. Like Okay, we're gonna open up a boutique back.
All right, so we will let folks know what's the progress of that skip day to Liberia, and definitely then get for show the game live or then get any kind of way for me to broadcast the game in any way, shape, or form.
I will go for talk with on the main organizer when Mustafa Toure make us see how best we'll get information. I've been supposed to go with the trip, but seriously, I cancel for certain reason. One, now the rain will come and the road, I just want to take Africa risk for now in the corona. But I think now somebody from Europe will know say it will be very, very important for me. The game go live. So I will ask her what you don't put together. That information will get them from me by tomorrow morning. But the departure time is supposed to be tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And then they play Tuesday and play Wednesday and return back Wednesday. And I wrote then the use for go.
Penalty. Referee.
Now the real one now.
Exactly. Referee. But anyway, all right, Spread. We'll definitely get for come back to you for feedback.
Wow, T-Boy, today the first day I more like talk the truth.
So we cannot get the answer your question there. But a penalty. You don't feel so?
The real one I ain't no blow today.
Well, that's the game. Sometimes you lose it. Sometimes you win it by the referee's decision. Ali, let me bring you come back.
Why, more I don't talk to today,
I tell you, see, we get for struggle with the ball, eh?
Ali, yeah, of course. We don't talk a lot about the media aspects of Salon football. We don't talk a lot about how the game not rationally fair on what team that the team the way FIFA they put in place and what will they get as a nation. In terms of media coverage, what do you think they say with the staff on? Because I make reference to you earlier on, say you self get to your media people the way they call you every day, harass you every day, say, oh Ali, we need phone, we need this, we need that.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Football is, I don't tell you, say football in every department is money. So if I not make any income, basically I'm doing like a charity job with my website, then I get somebody who will report for me from Sierra Leone. Then the person not able to do them for free. Then that's where the job ends. So it's every aspect of the thing is commercial. If you don't have a good commercial network, then you're not able to pay somebody to produce. That's why most of the reports, if I got time, I do them myself. Because you're not going to get somebody working for free. So it's the same with the FA. I'll look at it. Media, it's look what you got. Look what you've set up. So it's not about writing, it's the quality of your product. You want to get a TV channel, you want to get YouTube channel, you want to get graphics people them. So these days a lot to make. If you go now your website now, you see how many things have graphics, how goals are scored, statistics are put together, different set of people for statistics, different set of people to graphics, different set of people that do the report. So media is a whole lot of sector on its own. So it's all depends on money. It's not easy. It's not something you think, I can just give two people to run a whole association media. You need a team. You need a team, a very big team, where everybody have their role to play. So that's exactly why it's difficult, because when I speak to some Ghanaians, some Nigerians, and some Liberians, they're trying, but we're still far. When you compare these guys that I'm saying, they're doing well, they're really trying, compared to the European media, then you understand we're way behind. So,
okay. So in your capacity, what do you put in place for get kind of support for your websites and kind for updating information in terms of pictures and all that stuff? Then,
well, like I said, I've been talking to people. I need partners. I need, but again, probably most of the teams I look at, when you're not in Sierra Leone, obviously it's very difficult, You are not there to run your own errands. And they said your best servant is yourself.
Is it trust issue? Because let's say, for example, you get the German FA and then get some media really cover almost everything in the world. you necessarily go for this Salone, otherwise it means nothing happens. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, are you now? What Fred just reports to us, the team they go Liberia tomorrow. I don't know how they go Liberia. I don't know if the government know about it. I don't know if the FNI they take them. This is new to me. You understand? And this is a big news. Say Sierra Leone team they go Liberia tomorrow. You understand?
Okay, I will ask Fred back to make it confirm whether the national team or Salone select. So as Salone select, and obviously a national team.
So this is the thing. So this is why sometimes I don't say things if I don't get more information, because if they say, because I know say the national team they train, I know say the home base team they train, but may not see them anywhere as at today unless I've missed something, you know. So if they go Liberia tomorrow for go play, that's a new thing to me, really.
So you know, if you say now something we go mean good for the players, and because if they give them some amount of competitive game in the short run.
No, it's not in that sense. In that sense, we're talking about communication. You know, I'm talking about spreading information. So if that is really happening, and it's not out there for me to, like I said, unless I've missed something, but myself go find out to my young guys in a tongue to find out is it real, because you can't be taking a whole unless you gather players on your own. But obviously, Salone as a nation, they go Liberia for go play. The government go aware, the FA go aware.
Well, I don't think it's a government thing anyway, but more like you want for me comment to that just now.
Yes, the game where they go play, because not really said they do now, so they call it showcase. You get good players that we feel say get ability for making to pro level. I don't know if you watched my profile weeks ago when I go to Manchester, because Manchester gave me the opportunity for play on the 14 teams.
Okay.
So waiting I do my boys that I get, and then with some other boys that within other clubs, they win a very, very good player them, making me come to pros. I mix them up with my team and go there and go showcase. If you hear what Fred say, you get European scouts them.
Yeah.
I feel say Salone not conducive for letting them go do the showcase, because we don't even get a facility for doing kind of games in there. Because Liberia now they develop in terms of facilities then, and then hoteling, and also the safety of the present situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because I honestly get that same connection there for Dubai, with some European squad. They ask me, say if I know players in na Salone, because they already get players in Ivory Coast and Ghana. They ask me if I get players in a Salone with young age, between the age of 17 to 20, I can recommend, as long as they will pay for them. So that kind of game they will showcase. Now you and the clubs then they get that arrangements there.
Yeah, the local clubs already playing.
Yes, as long as you able to look after the players then.
During the tournament or
forgo the competition.
Forgo the competition and come back.
Design and everything. Hoteling, everything. As long as you able to look after the player then, you get agreement to the clubs for letting them release the player, and can release them, you go with them. Because when the club then go see them, the scout then go see them, now you and the clubs then get a negotiation, not you and national team. So the national team don't get any right over that.
Okay, so basically like a club level, and then it's kind of raise the bar of the...
Because they want to sell players, because he's a scout.
Okay.
You understand? It's a showcase. It's a showcase. You don't need to let everyone aware of that.
Because I remember clearly a couple of years ago, we go do a 3 days tournament at Freetown with Born and Raised, and we go for those scouts, young players, them, and we get scouts that we come up from, I think, Sweden, Denmark, and somebody back there, come Ghana. We come for Kawaii.
Well, you see that? Yeah. Not showcase. So you don't need to go tell any SLFA or government. No. Now you and the clubs then.
Okay.
Because now the clubs they own the players then. As long as they give you the right, say okay, take the players then. Una get an agreement, they can go. They can take them go, sorry. Okay. So if you want to be part of it, then you can ask them, they can give you more information.
So far so good. I feel say we national team still there in limbo. We still don't know where we're going or where we're coming from. And that nigga for affects definitely with preparation. What if it just still will be the next move right now? Because like John, as the coach or the manager right now, just sit on the wait for see something for happen.
There's another thing again because but to be honest, even England now, like 2 months to a tournament, then they begin to prepare for getting team together.
Okay.
You understand?
We not in England.
Yes, we
get a long.
The only thing that I would advise that we need to do, that we need to get in place, we need football for the players alone. We need a league for players alone. But in terms of preparing for go for the tournament, I feel see that now from them late October to November, you forget your squad.
Okay.
They train the whole December for go play January. But if you forget the league, if you want to involve the home base players, you understand? Because you forget match fitness. If you not get match fitness, forget it. What happened the last month or so, it was just a one-off. This is not a tournament you go play. It's all about football fitness.
Well, match fitness, because you get football fitness, you get match fitness.
Yes, good. Well, that's we combine everything now.
Right.
Because on Monday practice, you get practice fitness. You understand?
When it comes to playing high up end
we
game.
generalize now, they say they call them football fitness.
Okay.
Because it's not a package. Because if you look at the squad, they now they two change all the play. So you know, see guys here get a football fitness. Because every 3 days they play one match. So it's not an easy task. You play today, tomorrow you train. And so 90 minutes where you play with the high intensity of the game.
You determine how fit you are.
2 days for you recover that.
Yeah. So now that we need to play league. Now that we need to play league, if you just say if John they look at home based players, he go fair enough for say he will for make a selection of home based players. Where would they anticipate the league not for start on 20 September? Will it be fair on the home based players?
It's not fair to them, but I think say like Salon everything a magic. I think say John get players away na home based players away he get confidence. We rely on. They don't execute for some games them. So even when league they play, he still maintaining players and their own base players.
Okay.
So even if we they get for go the tournament, they not get for go say, but now they get for keep on going. You understand? Because if we league they play now, they work now the same phases them. Like one boy they say Nicola Yemi.
Yeah, Yemi Junior.
Junior, you get that Razak Bobo to go long when they call him Puyol. He gets Lampard, because we not too know the names. But anytime you understand, I know. Anytime when you look the list, you see say you get a certain set of players in we always they select.
Okay.
So you see, I see them players and they be known they use them for some matches the way they execute well for them. So you see okay, I maintain them where if I not get enough European players, I can. You understand? I can improvise with them one day or so.
Okay, Ali, I know say the last time you make mention say majority of the players they will get for go represent the tournament get for be European based players. At the moment, league not they play. If he say it will fair enough for make John decide for make a selection of maybe 3, 4, 5 or 10 even home based players just for accommodate them, or if he say it better for make it rely on the players and we know for say match fit and we get football fitness according to routine, more like they say in terms of the assessment of the players' fitness.
Well, for me, generally, you go with your best team as a manager. We're going on a tournament which you already agree on. You go to your best team. You scout around. You look for the best, at home and abroad. So it's an area where, like Mola don't say, you get certain names will always stay at the national team where it's like they are the best in Freetown, like it or not. And the good thing is you can't say much because when the players when they select them, then they perform unless they get injury. But if not, they're performing. So it makes you think that the other one's not good enough, but that's the only way I can put them, because at the end of the day, you are the manager. The responsibility is solely on you and your technical team. So you pick your best, and that's it. But if there is no other way the league is not playing now, but hopefully the league will start before the end of the year. You know, so either way, we want football to play regular. Like what you say, tournament people in the start for train, couple of weeks or couple of months to a tournament is because their league is playing week in, week out. They got match fitness. Chelsea, they play match. Tottenham, they play every week. Sunderland, they play every week. Manchester United, they play every Manchester City, they play every week. So these players are constantly, week in, week out, they're training very hard. So if we get that, if the local players are training very hard, back up with the professionals the way they train with and play with the clubs, you know, like now, the preseason is on. Most of the professionals are playing. Most of the other day, I report, but Bakayoko scored the other day. Even the captain, Umaru Zengele, they play. So you can see they've all returned back to the club. They've already started preseason. So from now, preseason gets into the league. They will constantly playing week in, week out till the league starts sometime in August or in September. So if the home base can get the same thing, everybody got equal fitness. When you put them together, you will get a balanced team. You know, so in terms of selection, it will depend on the manager and the technical team, whether we think these players have been there or not. It's you making your decision because it's working for you for now. But when it stops working for you, you have to have the plan B to start changing things. Mola just showed his support in Italy clearly. They want Italy to score.
England is not Italy, so they went so. No, but I clearly agree with you, and but again, in terms of bringing in new players, you don't get any kind of information of any kind of international friendly which sometimes will bring in an amount of new players and which sometimes we don't see it for play with the country.
Somebody told me today, I've not really, you know, say, man from work and come straight home and come join you guys. Somebody told me today, the SLFA already did a report say Issa Kalon, according to an agent, is willing to join the national team. Which Issa Kalon, Holland.
Okay.
So which is a very good
right now.
Then Combo, they won the second league twice. Now then they play Premier League. He's a very good player anyway. So it's a good thing, which is probably one of the new inclusion, but it's something where the news say according to an agent is willing. So, but it's good to also talk to the players and see what he make of that, you know. But I know the SLFA must have got confirmation before they even put her out.
So any more new names don't come up from Musa?
Well, we got a lot. It's the approach. You have to approach them and let them know, let them feel they're wanted. Then, but like more like say, we got, although I say 5-6 months is not enough, but when you have already certain amount of players, you have to bring new ones. And when you bring new ones, you have to have the time to give all of them to try to play a couple of friendlies and see them. You can't just bring new ones and put them straight into a team without even playing any games or let them show themselves yet. So, but we observe what is going on. It's still quite. We got a couple of days to the Nations Cup, a couple of months to the Nations Cup yet.
So you have no other new or no friendlies we fit to say will come up anytime soon yet.
Well, there's a rumored friendlies, but it's not confirmed. When it's confirmed, the SLFA will announce it. It's definitely we're going to play some friendlies, but I don't know names of the teams or where or when. But they're working on something.
Okay.
From now to
not go, no go, no 1-1. What a bad game. You see what I'm telling you about? I'm telling you about these defenders. They're hungry. And in between them, the 70 years, 36 and 34. These two central defenders for Italy, combined age is 70 years. They're very angry guys. They will not.
You must not sharp quick all, be seen a camouflage for supporting.
Not to camouflage. This is what we're supposed to be on. The Sierra Leone is extra. We're here for Euros final. So when this goes, I just give you a quick run up, and you see the two guys were there,
I think they just leave him loose. He was just like he went at the right plan and the right place at the right time.
Look what happened. Look what happened. They're playing as a team. The guy that was on the floor.
Wow, okay, no problem. It's 1-1. Like I said to you, this game get 3-1 victory to England. So they're not equalized 1-1.
And I said 2-1, right?
It's not over yet.
Nah.
And
I said 2-1.
I know you score. Not tonight.
When I earlier wrong, when you asked me what would just start.
Okay, but now but me not for sure, but the game then 3-1. I mean 3-2 now, so I say 3-2, not 3-1, 3-2. But anyway, it's 1-1. I just want to ask you what you think about the game so far. Where they score?
Yes, before Italy score, you see we play England play under pressure. And I've been telling you, say, after the goal, Italy could be more on the ball than England. Because when you look at England, the formation that they set up is more conservative.
Yeah.
You understand? They try to protect the goal. They don't try, because for later you up to that 65 minutes, they really try. And so they're just unfortunate. And I feel say England for make the changes now.
The changes in every single moment.
Yes, they're for being Mount.
And I also make you understand football is a game of two halves, because they look like the momentum is swapping to the Italians.
Yeah.
But we've got a lot of time.
To be honest, the Italian game be more aggressive when it comes the second half. They play with more energy than the English side.
Well, they will get some energy because they are one down.
Yeah.
So they don't have a choice.
Yeah, we get for be realistic that side.
Yeah.
I think England just need for change the gear again and start playing again the way they start. You understand? Let's say we get because if you look at the ball possession, they're far 71-29.
Yeah.
So you see the difference is great. But maybe not see that coming. So England just need to put the foot in the gear again. Say this, you understand? We need to go for it. We can't sit back and be waiting for Italy to make mistake and then hit on the transition, because you can't be relying on transition all the time. Yeah. You have to play.
It doesn't work all the time.
Now they're going to make changes now. I promise you, they're going to take Mount off.
Well, again, you need to stretch the wingers, because at the moment, Italy sits back and they relax. Their wing backs are putting England under pressure because they are flowing. So basically, if they cut that pressure down,
they're taking tip here,
and then get a player on who can stretch them now the wings. So I think will make a difference.
What if it's a system now? Which season they can play with now?
Then go play with the 3-5-2 system. Basically, they will still want to overcrowd the midfield.
I think they go back 4.
I don't think they'll go to back 4. It looks like 3-5-2. It's 3-5-2.
They're going back 4. Just watch now. Watch from the back, you see.
Well, it looks like 4-4-2 so far.
Walker is coming on the right, and then he goes Stone and Maguire in the middle, and then Big Show. So they're going back to the original 4-2.
Referee! How can that not be a foul? Come on!
This is a football tournament. This is not a diving school.
No, man, come on. Don't tell me that's a diving school. There's a clear blockage.
Yeah. So
clear blockage that.
So you're watching now. So England going back to the original 4-2-3-1.
But anyway, Fred,
you see what I was saying earlier on when you said if somebody said even if you change one team, I agree. But you see now, they bring back Saka, which is the normal, they come back to the same system. This is, how Southgate has been setting his team up all tournament. If Saka come on, probably
it works for him. If he works for her, there's nothing wrong with that. So you think say now one player no more they change for make the entire team just change?
No. What I'm saying when you say in first 11, what I'm trying to defend on his defense, I'm trying to say he got at least 8 to 9 players where are first team starters. The rest is to change the system slightly. And now Saka Donka, you see, they will begin to Kane will maybe drop slightly in the then he started playing for Sterling and Saka because they are more agile, they're more faster than him. So he might probably win the ball, and just play between the lines, see how they can go to execute their style. But I always knew this game. This game I end up go to extra time.
Well, if you go to extra time, no problem again. But at the same time, I just feel so no more. We're still in the position to play a better game as we are now, and see what sort of changes then will happen right now. But so far, so good. I think the possession is more in the advantage of Italy, and England just the try for. Wow, that's another big miss. Well, we only have 18 minutes more or 17 minutes more to go for the second half. And if we end up the way I end up, so we
have you seen that pass from the back?
I see.
Wow. That could have silenced Wembley.
It will not silence Wembley. Take him back.
Personally, I think he's one of the best players on the pitch. Is going out. I don't think they're not taking him out because of his bad or tactical. I think he covered more distance.
Yeah, he's
tired.
Yeah,
he's exhausted.
Yes, yeah, because he's the man on the pitch. The whole match, he's been buzzing the whole match.
Well, if you've taken off your most
the legs, sometimes it's not about because it's the best. You understand? Can he give you more than that? Because he gave everything that he got.
This game look high up for real.
You don't know. That's football. That's football. Definitely gonna play under pressure.
We're playing too high up.
You play under pressure. You suck the pressure.
We should definitely deal with the pressure. Because at the moment
we will change again soon. Just watch. It's a matter. I've told you once the other side equalize, the momentum tend to. But England, if England can contain it for the next 5 to 10 minutes, then
we're playing high up too much. That's what I'm saying. We're playing high up too much.
Yeah, because what the Italian is trying to do, they're trying to get the lead before they have, So, but England just have to maintain. You don't panic,
This guy feel get problem, man. But this guy feel don't make him go. Because that ball is out. But the ball don't go outside first. Now throw.
He touching hand at the end.
The ball don't go outside before he touch your hand. Come on. Come on. The ball don't go outside first.
That look me back.
The ball don't go outside. Come on.
Ali's from the outside.
Yeah.
That look the back. And just say he play back here now.
The ball don't go outside. We got to look at the game and we'll rationally see. But
VAC system get blackout now. I can't see the replay.
All right, no problem. And if Fred don't get light don't come for Fred. Fred, light don't come for you back again. You keep the guy alternate businessman.
I kept on telling you that football is about the space. The Italy, they see so much space now between England, the two centre mid and the two centre backs. You only pass the way they go.
Yeah, because there is a gap.
You only see the gap.
There is a gap.
So they're always looking for the gaps now.
Well, England can close the gap. Yeah. So basically, they can forget 5 men at the midfield and play. Yeah. Because the way they're playing right now, they should overcrowd the midfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Fred,
No, not the lights now, but the network. I think say anytime when I score, or when they score, they Alanaya, and only the people they communicate everything.
Fred, you listen to yourself. Fred, you listen to yourself. You get feedback. Ali, I totally agree with you formation. the formation way you talk about Southgate right now, when you make a change of one particular player, it means your whole formation change.
Yeah, because obviously, what Saka is an attacking option. So whereas Trippier was more of trying to support the midfield, and also if they're under pressure, Trippier his main position is a defend, is a right back. So now, if Trippier don't come on, Saka don't come inside. So if England can maintain the pressure, then But if you look at now what the Italians are doing, they don't even allow space. They're going man to man with the ball. They're fighting for every second ball. But I think if they're able to, just control the Italian pressure now, because like I said earlier on, once they scored, the momentum don't switch to them. So it just, and another thing, the Italians are very experienced in finishing games like this, because I watch them. They struggle the same way against Spain. They struggle against Spain, and they end up nick it at the end of the day. So,
well, at the moment they're not struggling. They're not struggling. I would say they're in control of the game so far.
Yeah, now, but when England scored up to the end of first half, the Italian was like they were scrappy somehow. But now they picked their form back. So I can tell you probably this is going to change again. If you watch, they don't allow Saka to even move. Anytime you get the ball, they're charging him up.
Well, the FA hasn't been fair in terms of the charges they really go for both sides.
Yeah, but a blow foul.
Yeah. No. We are challenging fairly, but the FA they go against those challenges several times, and I feel
fortunately, we are not UEFA. So we can't. Whatever we say here is not going to make any difference.
It will be fortunate when they can't go penalty. Just no. I go talk say back again. It's not fortunate. But watch the game because the game.
We're not going to say that because I think everybody here want for England for win.
Okay, everybody.
You sure?
Everybody. Of course, I sure to everybody.
I think Pamola was celebrating just now when England missed. So if Pamola want England win, I want England win. This Verratti is a very, very, very strong-minded player. And he's one of the only Italian within an Italian team who got Italian league experience. Because he don't play throughout na PSG. It's a very, Marco Verratti. It looked like he just wake up from sleep. This second half here has been very, very, very powerful for Italy. And can you imagine a player that not without any Italian CIA experience?
Well, you don't need CIA experience because
but normally the Italian way, most of their players come through that side. Even if you play out, you must don't play for one or two clubs in CIA. But the reason why they point this out, is one of the the fortunate ones where all in football and out of Italy, but he's a very good player.
Well, we only have 10 minutes officially on the clock, so basically...
Well, you look at the club that Verratti plays for. He plays for PSG, and consistently for the past 88...
Over 220 games for PSG.
Past 8 seasons, he's been at PSG.
And I heard the ball when the ball hits the post, and the rebound was caught by Bonucci.
I mean, the rebound is a very unfortunate goal because he was just on his own. They no one mark. They were marking the space.
It's difficult. You remember Denmark when the rebound fall for Kane nicely. But the rebound, you don't know where it's going. It can go anywhere.
In the 6-yard box, you should always be next to your man in the 6-yard box.
It's difficult because you're only one direction. You're only one direction. No, it's difficult. No, T-Boy. If you're running to your left, then all of the sudden the ball hits the right, then you're telling the player that are running to the left have to come back. It's very, very difficult. Sometimes you're lucky to be on the position at the right place, you clear the ball. Sometimes it might just hit the post, hit you as the defender, and go into the goal.
Okay, so I agree to you, but like I say, when you defend inside your 18 or 6-yard box with any kind of set pieces, if they next to your man, everybody should be man marking at that point, because if you're not the man mark, then you get problem. So I believe
far, the last
man marking.
Since Italy scored, they've been dictating this game.
Yes, they have been dictating the game even before they score. So that is something that everybody can see. Yes, before they score, they dictate the game. So that we totally agree to that. Well, we'll be watching and see what's in the happen right now. But so far, so good. The game they play and the game they play well. And we are still watching, and we hope we go overcome.
Yeah, I don't want to say, you see me quiet. You see, I can't hide so.
So
everybody's nicely quiet downstairs. So I'm going to tease them just now. I'm going to shout just now. Is it home or home?
No, I say no go to go. No can go back.
No, I say home or home.
Home, not room. We're not buy that. No, we're not buying that. So
it's football. Football is. This is the beauty about football, T-boy. It's, first half you think say you are the best. Then second, all of a sudden the next man gets a different kind of energy. But England is recovering now. I can see Mount. Oh, see that ball no land for Saka nicely.
Yeah. But look at we go see what's happening, because so far so good. We are not
changing again. England is coming back to it now, and this is the right time to come into the game. This is the right time to come into the game, because if you can score now, you are with a chance to go over the first line.
Well, we wait for see. It's nearly we're nearly there, nearly almost there. It takes a miracle to win a tournament like this, and we did at the road of that miracle day to be performed. So we need to lose hope. But as I give one player get card, man, let the game change. It's a remember who you look at so far in the game, and they still
the finals. Then
of course. You
understand? Then they give everything.
Yeah, of course. So, Mara, if now which kind of changes right now you go for put for the game? Where you do one down, you don't equalize 60-something minutes, and then you only have like 8 minutes for in the second half. What sort of? What you would say you got right now? See, what's in it for the do? What's in it for the do? How then for change the game? What's in it for put in?
I think the same energy that they started with. That same energy, you need to encourage them back again for letting them come up with that same energy. Because something you can get that kind of switch off. You understand? That small switch off can cause the opponent to get into you and take the game over. So you just need to encourage them again, let them keep on going. They get back to the normal game where they used to play to their strength. You understand? Because the first half, England they play to their strength and they do well. And come in the second half, Italy come with a different an approach.
Game plan.
You understand? Come with a different game plan. See, okay, now, then they play home, and they lead 1-0. Yeah, we can still do it. So whatever way for let we get equalizing, we can do it.
So if you say one changes with England not make so far enough, or then they wait for make the extra time kicks in.
Yeah, I think the manager will wait for that. But also, sometimes again, it's not about changing players.
Because
you understand, if it's not necessary, you understand. Now the manager in your own vision, you understand, because now in the manage, we all know what you watch, and what you see, not in the same team you said they see. You understand? Not different team we all see on the game. It gets an assistant. They all two they work together. So what in the changes when if it's relevant to them, nine go make. Not to everything you will get them right to.
So in your approach right now, if you say a change is not necessary according to what you don't see and according to the way how the game don't play so far.
The change way maybe this year I facing them for bringing another fresh leg for Mount.
Okay. Ali, what do you think?
It's wise now to manage the game wisely because just imagine if this game go extra time, they have to play for another 30 minutes, 15 minutes. So probably England will make 2 changes already, which is Saka and Anderson don't come in, and the Italians have to just make 1 change. So probably they still get about 3 more changes to make. And you want to go into that final extra time of the game with fresh legs. And I think anybody Southgate is going to bring in is going to be a very good addition. Because like we said, Rashford Day, Grealish Day, but you still one thing, Stanley has been good, Kane has been good, you want to keep them till, but sometimes you don't want them get tired and then able do what in them for do. So probably it's a decision time now whether you can, Rashford, maybe this is his first game, final, he wants to do something great, Grealish can coincide, so we have to wait and see, but the decision is up to the 2 managers. Sometimes you think, I trust these players, let us push them to their limits and see. But so far it's been Kane and Stanley, and they've been a little bit quiet for the last couple of minutes of this game.
Well, Stanley so far hasn't been too impressive in today's final. And Kane, yes, don't care for me a couple of few moves them, although Stanley, that's deadly today. But that normally happens in finals, isn't it?
Because it's a tight game. Both teams don't study each other. They know say Stanley are the main man. They know they allow Stanley to do, by the time it beats one man, they don't overcrowd them. By the time it meets one man, they don't overcrowd them. Look like what happened just now. It twists, it twists in direct opponent, but by the time he pushed the ball to get into the box, it was overcrowded by 3 Italians. So where do you go? So this is a game of where some things can go your way. That ball can just be bound and touch somebody in hand, where free blow penalty. Things like this can happen, but other than that, the man has always been overcrowded.
All right, okay, so what do you think so far? Mr. I've got over to you. Your network still the play up? Okay, then failing network still the play up. Ali, Molai, so I come to you. Again, Stanley hasn't been dead.
Tibo, they managed for joining now, but seriously, yeah, Tibo, I mean, not today I feel, the third wall. Yeah, I see the play up.
So I still feel the impacts of being at the third wall there. All right, more like luck onto you. I know say Stanley, don't be deadly so far in the game for the past 20 minutes or even possibly for when the game starts. What if it's going to be your opinion on that? Like Ali said, then a double up. I can see him being doubled several times.
Yeah, the double up, that definitely. That they should see a threat. They really should see a threat. When you see opponent double up on player, till you see a threat. So what you expect now? Now the other players and now need, you understand, for support them. And they need now for utilize that space within the left. Because if you double up, you hold the ball, you people who get players who double up, they always get to take that space there. You understand? Because standing in game, that's what you get for day. But yet, still, you get for see as a threat. Now, a threat, now made a double up. So, England, the other players, then just need for raise the game.
For raise the game to the sense that they go even for fill up the gap where Stanley the create with the people in Angola for me.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll wait and see. I think
because Stanley even quiet in the game. He's not quiet because he's not day into the game.
Now because he has a lot of people around him.
Yes, around him. So you don't change a player like that easily.
No, not so for make a change. I try for highlight the fact he's been quiet. It's just the fact that he's been overcrowded. So what if this game ends up on penalty? You see England stand chance?
The only thing we see England struggle, but I see that coming. We're not able to keep the ball.
Well, I think for the past 20 minutes, he has to struggle to keep the ball. I don't know whether or not because we don't lose the high tempo momentum initially, but so far we've been struggling for keep the ball, and some of the reason for struggle for keep the ball are the fact that we not get access to the ball. The ball is being played faster than we anticipate for getting, and then we'll get some. We lose them back easily because the Italians in the crowd we make sure they can get the ball off you. It kind of the same Barcelona style of play. When they get the ball, they do whatever they want to do with it, and then when they lose the ball, they will not allow you. So do nothing with the ball.
You know, if you see
just watch the way Keleni they go for the loose ball. It's going with so much aggression.
Now the aggression
the aggression we start the game with, we lost some.
Yes, it don't lost again.
Since we come back in the second half.
I agree. Say the aggression not lost, and I don't know the reason for that.
Because when the energy level go down, the aggression will go down.
So you want to see
are you going to be aggressive when
you're sad? Of course not, definitely. So you want to see the England team don't tire right now?
Well, tactically you say that.
That's what I said to you. The manager is trying to manage the game, but I'm sure he's going to make changes in the next half an hour if they go extra time.
Because if you look back, we're just sitting back.
Yeah, I agree.
Before we the one doing the high up the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're sitting back. So it goes opposite.
Yeah, I agree. But it's way Italian they really sit on back. Not me to say.
They will just okay. Let's say the first half maybe they're doing it tactically, but also.
And you see how you see what we talk about international football. This is Emerson way they struggle at Chelsea to even make the first team. It kind of, under Mancini, just been like for the last couple of games to be like their best left back. And look how far he is on the pitch. It's right up there as a left back. With England, right? Look at the position of the Italian left back now, who is playing for Chelsea, Emerson. It's right up like he's playing like a winger. Look at him, he's going again.
I think he will find England win. Because if England no win, then we'll attack the manager. Why he take Trippier off?
Well, again, for take Trippier off the game, no.
The reality is we not able to through the wings again and would have full out attack. So sometimes people can become subjective. They ask, say, well, why you take somebody out, we will impact the game, and then you bring in somebody who will not give any impact to the game. Because you can see the two changes the way England make, go now we own favour.
Right.
You understand? It would be a good idea for the manager, but since they come in, we still play under pressure.
I think more like even before the changes, this England be done at the back foot even before the changes. It's just trying to bring an attacking option, and like you said, Declan Rice, I feel like he's just born out. It's not a bad player, but it bring Anderson inside to bring fresh leg into the game, which the same thing for Saka. But I honestly believe, because Trippier got a very good game in the first half, I foresee keep him.
Okay.
Because it's defensive minded. What Trippier will give to the team now, you see, that's exactly the same role Saka is trying to do as a wing, right winger is trying to do.
That man should be sent off. Not even
yellow card. But it's not a goal scoring opportunity.
Yeah, but it's a deliberate stop. It's a
deliberate stop. But if it was a goal scoring opportunity,
that could have been a goal scoring opportunity. Watch it.
Oh gosh,
that's a red card.
That Italian, these guys are really beast.
They're not technical foul. They're not get penalty. That could of course them a goal.
Because they know if Saka take that ball off him, it's going straight to the goal mouth.
They're not get that foul.
Ali, you watch Saka don't make 3 moves on the other side. They didn't play the similar fouls in to run.
Exactly.
Yes. So Italy get for watch out from that side. The one way he gets, go hurt them.
That's exactly why I said the manager would have been, because Saka is fast, Saka is more agile, Saka is kind of a proper attacking kind of player. So, but now, luckily, the 90 minutes done, and they go get at least 5-10 minutes for rest. But the Italian was under pressure now, because what England was doing now is playing towards Saka. Saka is more fast. It's more fast with the ball. It's quick, and But we say the Italians. This is going to be an interesting, very technical game to win. Because England at the same time, the midfield get for work harder now with Phillips and Anderson. I think they need to work more.
I think we don't lose control of the midfield at some point, because the way how the midfield play right now, Italy is all over us, and they don't overcrowded the midfield in such a way that when they lost the ball, then they get some easily. But we never forget that fire in we for me who lost the ball and get some back straight away. Because like Mola say, sometimes we don't tire. But I kind of disagree with that at some point. Turn me over to you, Mr. Italian. I don't see you don't come.
When you see the Italian don't make 3 changes, you can do that for a reason. So English changes is still 2. And I think you have to, this extra time, don't say because these guys have been performing, I have to force them to keep them. But England get players in the bench where I think still can do it, can do it. The still get player can do what Stanley can do.
All right, so over to you, Femi. What do you take with the first and second half so far? Now they can go play for the next 15. Is it 15 minutes? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Femi, over to you now.
Yes, so for me, I'll be always telling us say, you never underestimate the Italians. Italy, they don't come back in the game. And I believe, I'll be always telling us, England always they pick the wrong team. I still feel, Saka supposed for them start the game. From where it can sound, I don't see the difference in the game. In speed, not just the inability for go score, but they open up the game for an other striker them. Sterling has been lost throughout the game because the defenders them not serious defender the Italy gets who. Unto them fake one they would don't see the earlier games them. So they have concentrated their efforts in stopping Sterling going forward. And because of that, they where they don't introduce Saka now, it don't give more space for Sterling instead for go forward. I still think Harry Kane isn't fit to be in this team. I think the team far better than Harry Kane, but obviously that's the elephant in the room. Nobody don't know how to get rid of the man because now captain and England and top scorer. But we go see if England not try for change and put in somebody who able for run and get the Italian defenders them think about. England go hit the results of this game.
Well, hopefully we will not, because the way how the game they play so far, I feel we still stand chance for level, and well, what I say level the score, I mean we still stand chance for win the game, even though not for say it for be a bit of a challenge. But so far so good. We try for see how best we can able for bring the game back to Italy, because we don't lost that second half momentum we've been getting the first 15-20 minutes of the game. Ali, now we don't come to the last 15 minutes. So what do you feel to say would be the changing room discussion for Southgate?
This is a message of, no panic. Just keep believing and stay, not give the opportunities. Both teams now, I believe the manager's message would be very straightforward and simple. If we can't score, not let them score away. It's a very straightforward message, because not to this time you want to give England 1 or 2 goals, or not to this time you want to give Italy the same. So if we can't score, not let them score away. You see what I'm saying now? The Italians, they're doing things very quick. They make another changes again. So they bring in fresh people into the game to keep them going. and with the hope that if we end up go extra to penalties, that is where I will worry more, because to be fair, the Italian goalkeeper, and Pickford, I don't know which one really is going to be the hero tonight, but we're still far off that. Let's wait. But in terms of messages, it's going to be, calm, play your game, not give too much away.
Okay, I kind of agree with you at some point. Yeah, the first 15 of the second stage don't start, and okay, Mola, I'll bring you back in. What do you feel to say could be playing at the play at the mind right now? Both the English players and the Italian.
You watch the game keenly, you will see how quickly the Italians want, close the gaps, close all the spaces in this early stage of the first 15 minutes.
Well, they can close the gap as much as they can, but at the end of the day, what do you think, Mola?
Well, that means you don't even give England a chance to play.
Well, I rely on the fact say this is a game of chances for both teams. The best team on the day will win, but there is also the tendency for like one of the best teams.
Are you watching the game?
I'm watching. Yeah.
Okay. Now you see when the game starts, you see how the Italians, the ball is playing on their legs for long now. Now the only person that got the energy to press is Saka. Kane not get her again, and Stanley not get her again.
All right. Well, we watch and see what happens.
Yes, let's watch and see.
Because so far so good. I think
Italy play under pressure against Spain, but they stuck in the pressure and get the result that they want. This is finals. You understand?
But so far they are not. They are not under pressure.
There's two-sided game. You understand? First half was England. Second half was Italy. Why everyone is a little bit disappointed? Because of the time that Italy took up the match.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to see that maybe it's best time for England to see the game off. However, the Italians, they're not an easy side. You understand? They're not an easy side. When I be tell you also about football fitness, now in the show and again now, not that they're better than England, technically, but the football fitness is there. They still got better legs. I don't know if you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
They still got better legs. So you see them more. But they're not the most technical. They're not technical than England. Because if you have better legs than me, they will see you more, you cover more grounds, you touch the ball more.
But it's a point I was making about 4 changes already from the Italian. So Mancini don't act quick. 4 changes as 4 fresh legs, which can help them push this, other 15 minutes through.
Yeah. I think the opportunity will come for England.
Hopefully.
The opportunity will come. This is football.
Well, the opportunity will come, but when only when it knocks at the door, but it's not knocking at the door so far.
Yeah. I know what you're saying, because you see no way for England to penetrate through and get and score a goal. It looks difficult at the moment because the Italian locked all their passing channels for England. And England, the steam is not there anymore for them to be doing that. What they're good at.
You're running back and forth to keep the game high.
Back and forth. So
yeah.
It's difficult. But as I say, things happen.
I can't even say much right now.
Well, you hope for situation play.
Well,
Italy utilized the situation play against Spain.
I think I'm hopeful.
There's a corner situation play. It's something that they've been training. Get the corner. See, as soon as we get the corner, we play on the break, because that space between the players that are attacking the corner and then coming back. If you go to quick plays that can do that situation play, you make it. So for me, I'm not panicking for England. Trust me, I'm not panicking, because this happens in football.
It does.
Barcelona can play they made the best in the first half. You think, wow, high catching. And then in the second half, they just went quiet. You've seen that in a lot of Champions League finals. You know, a lot of finals. What is important today is the results.
The result is very important.
Yes.
I can definitely say that. But at the end of the day, also, it's about bringing in confidence to the English team again, so that people will be able to see the difference in the momentum. The momentum is on one side until we now have a situation in the room. Oh,
Good defense.
That's exactly what you see. See, Stanley, once Stanley gets back to the game, England will pick up.
Waiting for the place to Stanley then?
Well,
Stanley. So you get him more into the game, and then the game will change.
so this scenario happens once in a while, because if what they've done, they try to keep Stanley quiet for a while, then this was a clever pass. So you will see now, because of this happen again, they'll start paying attention on him again. But where Mancini they're doing things, Verratti don't work too much. He don't change again. This is his 5th changes. So he's trying to make sure he not get any area where people retire, which I believe say England, to be fair, that's my worry for England. Kane and Mount has been off this game for a while.
Ooh.
You know, if you look what the Italian doing, they make changes in any area, then see say Mando begin go tire. But with regards to England, they're still keeping their best players, thinking, okay, Kane. But Kane and Mount, honestly, they've been off.
So you think say England don't want to take chances for pull Harry Kane in a final like this?
Well, because Namao can score anytime. But sometimes if you're tired, you can be the best player, but if you don't tire, you don't exhaust, you're not going to give your best. Watch in run is like, now nobody know the best Italians when they hold the ball. Look how slow the Italians can play with the ball. The only people who they press the ball now are the English defense. You see, if you watch when King get the ball, they don't double up. That's it. But the belief is it can score anytime.
So for that reason, you still maintain them now.
Very easy. You have to. Is it Grealish? I see Grealish to do so. Maybe they'll change. They will change now, because I think say Mount and Kane, then for change one of them. You have to bring fresh legs before this Italian gets any goal in this half.
Definitely, they're not going to forget no goal in this half. More like, I'm not saying doing your playing days now, so long you've been fast. How fast do you think we players in there right now, based on the fact that they're not that much able? How fast do you feel them be?
According to the time of the game, this is not extra time.
No, is it?
This is not extra time. You see the fittest man, they even get cramp on the pitch. The fittest man, they even get cramp. The more grounds you cover,
the more tired you are.
The more tired.
So will you anticipate this game going to end up on penalty likely?
Well, you look at it, this next 15 minutes, you will see 2 teams in the manage the game.
Yep. For Siliki end up now to the...
Yeah.
So then they give them all right now.
Yeah, all man, they give you all now. The next 15 minutes, you see now, it's all about game management. If the opportunity come, it come. If the opportunity not come, you see within...
You just take it to penalties. Like I said, if I not score, let them not score for me.
Yeah.
Interesting.
See, Mount. So which was a good change, because I can really see Mount was off this game for a while. Is he going to change Harry Kane? No, because Harry Kane is the leader. He's the captain. But I think with this game, the way this game did now, I would like to see Rashford. For Rashford to get so much energy to run behind the Italian defense.
Then we'll change that? That's another question.
No, I'm just that's my opinion. I'll take Kane off, bring Rashford. But obviously, Kane is the leader. I don't score 4 goals in this tournament. He get chance to win the Golden Boot. And so it's just
And now the goal they cancel.
No.
The goal is knocking at the door. Oh, football.
You know, with Italian kind of play, scrambled football, you struggle to score against them. You go for split their defense, split their midfield open, and you can get a clear goal. But this scrambled way of playing, because they're not free to send leg and send hand, send anywhere. So when it comes to now, it's crafty football.
The last 4 minutes is England, though.
Yeah, the last 4 minutes don't change the game slightly.
Mm-hmm.
It's more the English side.
It's football. Someone dominating at the moment doesn't mean he's going to carry the game till the end.
Yeah, for carry the game till the end, now forget to play at the wicket people.
Yeah.
And so far, I think when it comes to injury time or extra time, it depends on the one.
Italy see a lot against Spain.
No, they give me the Italy-Spain example.
Spain, they mean they knock the ball.
That's what I'm saying.
Pam, 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 pam. You understand? They mean they knock the ball round and all this.
Come on, Grealish.
Show them what you're made of.
Oh, Saka, come on. I waste this ball. That's the thing. Sometimes.
Guys, we get in there. We get in there. It's too slow.
We should be there now, not getting there. When I go small to salon football, I know say right now all the.
So everybody look tense. This gave me one group of myself.
The English game.
Don't bring flag. Yeah, they get blackout. For what you talk about, let them change all man. I ain't you. Then don't deliberate anything. They put you off. Let us sit at this panel for talk to me.
Exactly. If they talk to you, but they don't get blackouts. But until let's go come back soon. But anyway, let's go back to the salon game. I don't say that now. Things are really not the norm as we look at the national team and the league. I don't say doing your own days playing for. Now I don't believe in African or Republicans.
Fishy Edwards.
Fishy. What if it's like playing for those teams in Sierra Leone? We for say. Football have been the most like for Edwards also. They say una team get money past all the other teams in Africa. So what's have been the difference in terms of finance, opportunities, and access to the game?
No, Edwards don't ever get money rich. They never get financial backing rich. Blackpool, Lions, Port.
No, we're not saying Blackpool Lions, na supporters club.
Na supporters club.
So basically, we need to count them that much in terms of financial capital for the team.
I think the only thing where Edwards gets Salon football, they're consistent in terms of the club structure.
No, nothing happened. Go on.
You understand? Because if you look at Edwards, from where we don't left Sheffield, you see all the other clubs. In fact, all the clubs in Akintom, we've been there in Akintom, they all just don't crash.
So we get Edwards, Fishies, Republicans, Blackpool, Olympic, Future Olympic.
Yes, all the clubs in they exist again. Even at some point in Senegal said been going to the Premiership, and Akintom they said been based.
How Senegal made it to the Premiership? How come?
They made them play second division and then they qualify with them. You get Coach Ginger and Linton. Yeah, I think Coach Ginger then can left now to come out with Vikings. Nobody will be there again for sustain the club because Senegal not been financially strong, but Coach Ginger been get that kind of personality there for motivate players there. You understand? Because a lot of players will go through that Fire Force ranks, believe in them because of what he been do. So he been get like the players will not be fortunate for playing them bigger clubs and the other clubs and be able for kind of
So you believe that Ginger are one of the best development coach who ever gonna salon?
Yeah, but he's been underrated lately. People are not calling him.
Why?
But the history says it all. Because when you look at Fire Force, you understand when Fire Force been in Fire Force, he didn't get
the best team. When I mean,
it's
Senegal.
not let me the win.
Well, of course, not only the best team.
Because
They win all
we
the
talk about
time.
best. We talk about best again in terms of performance and all it in the.
Because I believe so from
against me, so
no so
okay, na far, na distance.
I think from the days of Ginger, we get the likes of so many players that we come out from Senegal, we go end up play for the national team.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. Because I remember one time, I will say again, the first league I will play in the Fire Force, I will say arguably we can get the best team in a sense, not only very good players then, in terms of playing good football, we were the best.
We are what? Senegal?
Fuma contract.
Okay, Fuma. Yes, I remember Fuma.
Fuma contract.
Now Fuma being gets Meme.
No. Fuma being gets Musa Kuwait, David Barr, you get me, you get Zainu.
What do I mean, Meme? Nah, Senegal? Okay, now Union Provers. Oh, those are the three most controversial teams in Senegal.
You understand?
Union Provers, Fuma, and Senegal.
Yeah.
I think Daram them gets Regent Provers,
yes.
And then Fuma and being that man we get that drugstore.
Isa.
Eleganza.
Yeah. No, Isa.
Isa drugstore.
Yeah, Isa.
Then you get Fuma.
Yeah, Isa.
And then you get Senegal winner being Harry Boy team.
Yes.
But with the best players.
Yeah.
Well, I know I agree say Fuma may get the best team. Yes, only they compete a lot.
We get very good Takai and everything. Yeah. Because that year they will go final with Zamalek between 2-0.
Now they say Zamalek being get Gagas na goal, not so.
Yes.
I remember that game day.
Everybody made the 15 and we go win.
Yep.
Same thing happened like what you will watch.
And last minute now lost the game.
Yes. When you look at the league and with performance, the quality players that we get and everything, we are on papers was Fuma.
Yep.
Because you gave me Musa Kuwait, David Barr, Zainu, very fine player. Zainu and with some other fine.
I remember that Fuma team.
You understand?
Yep.
We the play, say we not just the win, but
it's a good formation.
Good football.
Yep.
So those are finals, we lost 2-0. And that game for break Fuma. Okay. Break Fuma completely.
Zamalek first not been come off from nowhere. We never knew who Zamalek were.
Yeah.
Now just the now Broken be the manage them or somebody within the West to be the manage them properly because they said not come from nowhere. We don't know the structure.
You know, say that not to Fullerton and the other.
No, not to Fullerton.
The mountain courts.
No mountain courts. The mountain rovers been there in a mountain.
No, the mountain courts Zamalek been there.
Zamalek now Western team.
No, you know Western Rangers is the top.
No, not Western Rangers, but Zamalek we can win that particular tournament in that particular year in a Fire Force.
No, not be so, because they get them Booba them, they get them picking them all and in the. I see the trouble.
We're not in trouble. Second half, first half, don't know. Now, first half, don't know. With the hype we say. Ali, I don't say after you lost, so don't come to Fire Force football because you don't know much about Fire Force football. As if me don't come on, you can't talk about Fire Force football.
You left it.
Femi, over to you. Because those days, come on, man.
Oh, me, I not be mixed on Fire Force football. I mean, not England. But I really say Fire Force football was good. But wait till me go and talk now. If England not win this game, yeah, they never go pull White Goat Saga. White Goat Saga, because this tournament has been literally ready for England. They not win the team, then they not left Italy for making Italy come back now this game. Seriously, man.
I'm not saying they don't let Italy in at some point, but definitely it not going to end up the way it end up. So England get for overcome because the way how the game don't play for the first half, yes, they don't try. They don't put in Italy not under too much pressure, but Italy don't put them under serious pressure, and they're not able to contain that pressure. They see, I'm actually for change. So basically, we're looking at changes. So Ali, they need for changing man now. So Imande gets ready for coming.
Yeah, because like I said earlier on, if you get for bring fresh legs, Rashford and Maui very fast, and if the game go to penalty, Maui can score penalty. So it's a matter of taking off is the issue, and I will not surprised if they take somebody else off and leave Kane. But I think Kane Mount, and for don't change them long term for this game.
For the start, for they make Kane as an issue right now because we know they're not going to forever change them, except in other games. But this is the final.
Well, if
England will only change. England will only change that.
Rashford, you can't take a midfielder out now to bring Rashford, or maybe they're going to change Stanley.
Well, Kane still in the pitch so far.
Yeah, but they're definitely gonna change somebody. So it's either Stanley or Kane.
Okay, so Femi make mention of saying not much about Firefox football. Ali, what do you know about Firefox football?
Firefox football, I know say it's been very interesting league. Most of the names them today where they abroad come to the Firefox football, but it's been ages. May not able to remember too deep. But it was Firefox was one of the best league in the country because big players in playing at Firefox. I can remember that, but it's quite a while now. I know say Pamola they take because I remember how Pamola they play, some other big names they play. But it's been ages, to be fair. I can't really go back and recall most of those things.
Pamola doing this and the other than have been the star man then because he had for to put particular star man.
Yeah, he had for put.
And that's why.
Funnily, because of Senegal, when they win trophies then.
Yeah, that Senegal club.
In football, they win inside, even if they know the best, you get more, you get more grade for the winning side.
Senegal has always been the best because they've won it more than anybody else. Oh, you Chris, you don't do too catching down. But anyway, Senegal has always been the best. Now,
I'm not going to argue because you're not a Senegal man.
Me a Senegal man. Well, of course, you're a Senegal man. Of course, you know me for argue yourself. I just want to name some few names there. You remember Agbolo? You go to?
Yes, Amadou. It's in Germany,
So what's happened to all them there? Their names just wiped out of the football scene so far. Nothing has been heard about them.
Ali,
when we get involved in football. What happens to these guys?
Can you talk about football?
Yeah.
Can we talk proper football now? Yeah. The same thing that happens in Leon with talent, it does happen everywhere. You understand?
What do you mean?
When I get into coaching, I know a lot of
Go on.
I know
you guys, man. Come on.
So many things. Even the academies.
We don't have academy. Wait, you mean academies in the UK?
Yes, in the UK. In the system. Most of the players at young age that everyone is seeing as if they're going to be going to play to the highest level struggles to make it.
No, when we say most, okay, England gets a large variety of players.
Yes.
What are these guys doing? England gets a large variety of players, so we can't make those comparisons when we look at options and choices of players and we talented not alone we go from make them to a bigger level. Because I would say the entire Firefox League collapsed, but 90% of all those players were placed into bigger clubs. Maybe something in substitute did not survive.
No. Family, you get a lot of, I can name so many substitutes that will survive, we even go to pro.
Where you left the bigger name players in? Nah, I will challenge that. Give me one bigger name player. Now for our first league, we don't take out to the four.
Former contractors, when we been play, Kabay years.
Yes.
If you can't say in the last 5 minutes, he went to pro, he went to Sweden and play pro.
No. Not that talk. Because most of the players that we been in at their club and when their football career done, in Northern Salono, most of them went out of Sweden.
No, most. When you say most, that's a lot.
A lot. I can see a lot.
Let's say 10%.
No, more than 10%.
Europe.
More than 10%.
No, when you count the players in Firefox.
Top league. Top team.
Firefox top team.
Of course. It's more than 10%.
No, let's count. It's 10%.
Okay.
If you make most, that's not small.
How many players come up from Fuma?
How many players come up from Fuma?
Yeah.
You say you get David Barr, you get Musa Kuwait, you get Kabay Diaz, Sojus, Me. Yes. I don't know if it shall be Maligi.
I know Maligi, of course.
Yes. Maligi and in fact, Maligi really talk about the average. Didn't tell me what they play. They were the average.
Kind of, not too much average because Maligi have been sense defender.
Paisa was a better.
Paisa was a better defender, of course. I know that. Yeah. In the sense, past Maligi, I know that, of course.
So let's say that. Yeah.
So that's 8 you don't call. So.
Okay. The Regent Rovers. How many you can count?
Count the Regent Rovers. Vidal. Adams.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who are you going to
Come on, Grealish.
Stanley, foul. Oh. Okay, we get Vidal, we get Adams. Who again?
Mane is a beast. Stanley said don't tire.
I'll remember more.
Okay, say two.
But Ali, are we not having the game now? The game is ours now.
Yeah, obviously, England is swapped now. This last, the last 5 minutes towards the end of, we got 10 minutes of extra time to go. It's all England. This is what I was telling you about. But I still think, the manager can bring.
Sorry, Ali. The manager can
but if he's looking to take it to penalties, maybe he already don't get the players the way he want to kick for him, so he get all of them. But Stanley and Kane, man, it's not easy. They've worked everything today. They really burn out.
Well, Italy don't decide for Sidon now, then they settle for the penalties.
Well, this is what I'm telling you. They've agreed on what
for the last 5 minutes of the game.
They have agreed on what they want now. They know if they can't score, you don't score on them. So unless they get counter-attack now, but they settle down.
But they're not even looking at counter at the moment, because if they may look at counter, therefore the press up England is a bit high.
No, well, counter is the way they win the ball. If they win the ball up the pitch, they will attack straight away. But if they win the ball down the pitch in their half, they will slow it down and just play a couple of passes still.
They're not looking at a counter.
But if you look how they're
looking at closing the game down on England so that they don't get chance for. Then are you just to look for a free kick at the moment?
Well, because his man.
Where's the ball winner? Thank you.
Harry Kane and Stanley, they don't play. They don't tire. It's not easy.
Of course they will be tired. We don't get man down. Man down. Come on. If this referee not giving a player a red card in this game, he's been biased.
He's the best referee. He's been doing well.
The best referee doesn't mean he shouldn't give any red card. If you're not giving a red card on this game, he's been bad. You know how many fouls Italy don't play for the whole of the game? And these are deliberate fouls because the foul.
I want to see slow motion because sometimes when you see in slow motion, you see the clear incident. Yeah, I don't think the foul there's a serious.
Come on,
the England player
deliberate foul.
Jorginho.
Let's see.
Come on, man. Listen, look the stars, man. Look the man, the stars on there.
The ball, yes, it's dangerous, but at the ball first you got.
No, you can't fall on him, man.
My brother,
no, you can't fall on him.
Come on, please. Are you player Jorginho,
This is not about me player. It's about the reality. It just. They get the ball, then the follow-up get the man.
Watch the play.
Look at it. Look who's in foot focus.
Look at that. Come on.
My brother.
Man. I mean, this is not a card, stars are raised like that. Come on, this is not a card. This is not a pure red card. That man should not be playing anymore. Now, make us say if this guy will not give no red card, now this game
it looks bad, really.
It is bad.
They get yellow card. Look at it. They get yellow
card. Red card. It looks bad.
They get yellow card.
This is a yellow card. I red. The man lifts his stars. They're all up.
It's a challenge thing because he get the ball before the man. That helps the referee decision.
Ali, you don't see that man non fly tackle already. If you keep your stars down, it's simple. You don't see the man they come for fly tackle for win the ball. You got to keep your stars down.
This Italian, they will prefer to get a red card the last 6 minutes and defend the game than lose it.
No problem. We go get a red card. If that's the way it is, we go put them under pressure for the last 5 minutes.
Ali, this ball now yet.
Yeah, but I'm not going to make the decision. I'm just saying, what I saw is they get the ball before the man.
We can't score, no worry.
That's it. Coming home. It's coming home.
Then Ken Ball in the way they kick out for the goal, they bring the keeper. You know the keeper come out said it's too close to the 18-yard box. I mean to the 6-yard box. Look at him. Keeper they come out. He didn't say in 6-yard box range. He didn't come outside at the edge. Make the keeper come over because we miss and the goal empty. Come on.
Man, that guy is nearly 7 foot or more. The way they come out, he forget space because he brush the own defender them. They brush the opponent.
You then can set piece and you take them outside of the 18-yard box, not to just inside the 6-yard box. You take them right out of the 18-yard box. Then if in come out, somebody they head them now inside the box, where you go create that space there. Keeper wait till you go put box across for a 96-yard box, they come out for her. Obviously. Now the game in momentum look one change. Please, England.
You have to understand the Italian they're trying to kill the game. They've let England play, now they won't play. Then also once they start playing, England will go back again.
They didn't play right now. They're not playing knock the ball around.
Yeah, that's the thing. They don't need to do nothing. They're not going to do anything major. They're just buying their chances. Chance like this come their way. Yeah? So they're not doing anything. They're just looking for the slightest opportunities.
And then you look for penalty. So kick the ball now, the ball, second man go fetch for them.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to work with us. And if they mistake make we get any chance for one internal box, they get really good penalty. I like more like.
This referee for give penalty, the ball have to be very clear.
Come on, man. Penalty. If they don't give you one right now, okay, so we're not going to surprise if you don't give any. Saka, come inside the box to them.
Come on, Saka.
Corner.
These guys, then they defend with an 8.
The Italians are very hard to break when it comes to their defensive game anyway. You have to stretch them wide, and you got to use skills for break them. So you think the 5 changes in this tournament, if yeah?
Yeah, with the COVID and everything.
With the speed of the game now.
With the speed and everything, and
so you mean the game don't get so much speed that 3 changes not enough?
No.
But you know, say when you change 5 players in the game, you're literally bringing in a new team.
Yeah, but then you need to fresh up your squad.
But that's what I'm saying. You're literally now 2 changes in the game. So you're literally bringing in a new team.
So why do you think Italy take the game off England? Because they bring in more fresh players.
Yes, I agree. But what I'm saying is the game not go balance. Because again,
see, the game gets speed.
The game gets speed. I totally agree. I totally agree. But at the end of the day, you can still see the difference in how the game they play for make you get 5 changes. I think it's too much. Before I play the entire, we know the entire, and the team will win. Oh man, you don't play your back to the ball.
Communication.
When you don't tire, T-ball, football is one thing. We can sit here and say, when you don't tire, the ball will pass near your leg, so you need to move your leg.
So what's the main lines when I want to change for you now? The game don't go out of play, not again once.
So the Italians are clever, they throw the ball fast.
No, the linesman still there for ace in plank off. Because the game don't go out of play. You know they wait for the player for call the game. Mm-hmm. That's why you're a second linesman. Come on. You don't do that. Italians will keep the game on the pitch because they don't want for late score because they realize England make a change. You think they're stupid? Now the last 9 easy for do that.
Is your Fredges down the left is to just replace Emerson. Anyway, the both teams have done well so far. It's a matter of now. Man, penalty. Penalty is always a lucky team they win.
Stop the crosses to go in. Now they can't allow them for change. Stupid linesman. Not do well. They tell you for not allow the change, they could don't make another quick.
When you make changes last minute like this, are they gonna be focused enough to come and defend the corner?
When I make a say wrong time for make the change because if it's like they come back, they don't put Anderson again. So England
and to be honest, Anderson about they kick penalty. I don't know why. You see, they will never take Kane off.
Penalty. Ali Ederson, the last friendly way they play, he go take penalty. He pull somebody off the penalty. He miss him.
He miss. So definitely.
Did you watch that game? He pulled the person off.
So you want us in a penalty kickers in England and Newcastle?
Na Calvin Louis. Now he's supposed to go take that penalty kick there.
That player you call, so I wonder why that guy is so very good for Everton.
To defend
I think that's no chance in this tournament.
I know, this corner is tricky.
Yeah.
England still sits. They still sit.
Boy, where you don't tire.
No, you don't sit when the ball's still in a 6-yard box. Come on, you don't sit. You pressure the man for making the ball come down.
Remember back again, the legs, and no seriously.
I don't think the legs are tired. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we only have 3 minutes extra time to play for. Keep it going. Don't like kick penalty. Look, I can't defend them. Go on, referee. What the crap, referee, man. This guy, we don't play this game for you. But they win still by penalty.
Yeah, me, I see this game for you. That's all.
Come on, England.
If you lost this game, then
this game, I don't like penalties, man.
No, penalty is a game of chances now. This now we go.
England.
Now it's go. Thank you, referee.
England, yeah.
You don't make one of the best decisions so far.
Yeah, that minute, only that 2 minutes go now you have. Then you happy. If you don't make the best decision so far.
Now the best decision don't make so far. If because we ran to go against you now we don't have. You see, you tell them they can't because they know for say they don't lose this game. England is going to win the Euro for the first time in penalty kicks. 2 minutes more. They can't do more.
It's gonna be first time for so many things. First time penalty kicking, first time ever.
Close him man down. Don't give them time for the ball for turn.
It's easy where we sit here at the top.
Ali, football means don't play. You know, easy way she don't talk, but sometimes you get for close somebody now. Now, then for not allow no crosses in, they're not for allow man to the ball. That's what they should stop allowing. You see, you don't allow the man to bunge into you. You just stop him. No crosses in. No crosses in. No crosses in. Ali can't go be coach. Ali can't go coach the national team in that salon.
Not an easy thing. Monsieur Massini, come here for inside football. Massini, come here with you.
But do our managers put themselves under any such pressure?
But that's the job.
No, do we, our managers, they put themselves under any kind of pressure like that? Like with the losing game or they're supposed to be winning a game?
Where in Sierra Leone?
Yes.
Trust me, then they put it somewhere.
We don't know for say most of the time when they're going to just go play no money and get the money.
Well, that's true. It all depends on the ambition.
Eh?
Because if you're very ambitious, you're definitely going to go through stress.
Sure. Last one. Last minutes to go. Come on, England. 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 Ellie, OPI, not sleep away, man. Watch where the game they play. They can't score the 2-1 goal. It's finished. Oh my God, you see, they can finish every new chance. We still get 1 minute for play. Come on.
Scary. I don't like penalty.
Football is money.
We still have 1 minute to play. Come on.
Football is money.
So, now penalties. During your playing days, you ever kick penalty for your team?
Yeah. I've been a kick penalty.
After 4 weeks.
Until you say
I don't play State Fire Force. I don't play a quarterfinals. Mm-hmm. We get a penalty. We get a penalty about 10 minutes to the game. Now me go take the penalty, keeper pull on. The keeper save the penalty. Then 3 minutes after,
you get another penalty.
I get another opportunity in the score.
So you take a back still?
No, not penalty. Not penalty.
Okay, you score now out and out goal.
And imagine last 10 minutes quarterfinals. That same league they will go finals.
Wow.
You feel the heat.
Then for you.
You understand? This was the player everyone was seeing like. You understand?
He's not the star man.
You understand? We pull him at the West. We be come for strength with him. Because the first league we play in the Fire Force, I not play Panel League. I not play Panel League.
Okay.
I go on as Fire Force as a concession player. I mean, I've been the first concession player. You understand?
What do you mean?
Concession in the sense they allow me for now play Panel League. we are not be supposed to play Premier League.
Why?
You know, see, there was a time in the beginning they allowed some players that we not been.
Were you too mature for the league, or?
Well, that's the same season they have been play school league for Edward School.
Okay, so that means allow you?
Yeah. So, but because they say most of them, I mean, age group, they with the same size and all that thing, they say, as you know, let me allow.
So no, we didn't plan a rule. They go for arbitration or the first one the next level.
No, I know. Ever, as I say, when they say concession, what that boy give they allow na Longley when he play for Senegal, if you go Italy safe. They call him Chippy. He play for Jan Longley, and then he play for Senegal. So they allow it safe because they allow it for make the league. You understand? Spanking the league more. But now we have been the first player and we come. I don't know if you know again Usman Dane.
Yeah, I don't remember him.
We go PO school. We play for PO. Now the fine midfielder. Then we get one team now for people they call them Young Edwardian.
Okay, I know if you say I left Young Edwardian.
You left them. That league they will play, so they play. Well, now them we've been beat the quarterfinals. In fact, then we get
I don't remember them.
All them boys will be in that for the area that day. That's that.
So you play for Bay League?
Yeah, I play later.
Okay.
I play it.
So what's in for Bay League entirely? Because now one of the league and then we get other kind of big time league apart from the Premier League with the Premier League.
Yeah. Funny, the first for Bay League we are playing for Regent Rovers.
So no, why? Because Regent Rovers we get for Bay League, then we get Fire Force League. After the Fire Force League, and then Regent Rovers go for Bay League. Regent Rovers been win one cup na Fire Force. Yeah, that was.
Now we go win that cup before.
Okay. But you know what Regent Rovers when they play in a pack?
No.
Right. Ali, you know anything about pack football? Regent Rovers back in the days in a pack? Yeah, the only way that they play.
Hungry, you like
Good football?
Yes. Oh, you know football in a pack, eh?
In a park, what do you mean park? Inside the business park?
Victoria Park, yeah.
After Fire Force?
Yeah. No,
Victoria
Park League now start first. So you know about Victoria Park League?
Yes, I know about Victoria Park League. You know, there was another league that was popular again. You know, Waterloo Street. That Waterloo Street, there was school there.
Yeah,
Regent Square.
Regent Square. That was another park.
So you know what Ginger League?
Regent Square now between Battle Street and Wellington.
You do Ginger League?
Ginger League, the last league which Ginger player played in.
Okay, you play Mavila?
Of course. Now I don't say Mavila, you Nadi Christina, good one.
Mavila League was the most interesting league.
Yeah.
The two best rivalry team was FC Babi to Babi and Mountain Strikers. Now they already done the league, you leave they don't. Because you get MC Babi to Babi when you get you went footballer there. Anytime that we got your boy.
What's his name? Say Babi or something. The beginning one name.
Name Banjo,
yes.
FC Babi to Babi.
Yeah.
Well, I play for Jinx Knights. We've been in Jinstar. We've been in
now Jinstar
magazine called
Jinstar 9 changed to Kuwait.
Okay. When I Jinstar we play for back in the days.
No, Bana Monkey. And then I've been in team now.
Okay.
Jinstar.
Well, me own days we play for Jinstar. I mean me and Obre Senior. Now all play at that particular time. Then me and Obre Senior also play Ginger all at some point. Then we go on tight league back again at Patins, not to Patins Streets. Then we go on tight league somewhere where I also play. Oh, that was an
Patins Streets.
I think so.
So penalty is going to start now.
Okay.
Ali, just focus on this penalty.
He was like England lost. No, we know the loss.
Really?
We know the focus on the game.
We focus on the game. We still talk football. We watch the game still. So now Italy, they can't take the first penalty as they see Pickford.
Come on, Pickford.
Just save and make sure you take England to the final.
Yes.
Come on, Pickford.
No problem. One down.
Other way, 1 out of 1.
Ali, they will stand penalty.
He didn't got.
Scary.
I just get some amount of confidence. No more say England will win this in penalty.
Yeah.
So if Harry Kane scores, they don't score 5 goals.
No, it can't. No.
Why not? It's penalty.
No, it's penalty. It's not emotion. This is just penalty.
No, but why penalty not for a big part of it?
If you get some during the 90
No. I disagree.
No, you're not going to count it.
Well, you know, fear.
But even if you get 5 goals, you know, winner, because
Harry Kane.
other people got 5 goals already.
Yes, Harry Kane, nice one. 1 down, 4 to go. 5 man went to Mo,
This guy big.
He is
The goalkeeper is
the way you look at him, you know what say big. I see them just know where they're
And
teaching up together.
he became meant for AC Milan at the age of 17.
Wow. Who are you? Number 9? This is the miss.
He walks like a left footer.
Exactly.
He walks like a left footer. Let me see.
What are the best left footer who don't get na salon?
Salon don't produce left footer anymore.
Best.
They play football. And I know we will tell you the best ball.
Miss. This is the miss. He's not even turn up properly.
No, it's not left footed.
He's going to miss. He will miss.
Come on, Pickford, do the job.
I thought I said he miss. He's not turn up properly. He's turn up wrong way. He's turn up wrong way. As you don't make that move there, so you don't show the keeper outside the kick. Because one, you don't know in the middle, and then you take position. It only takes a stupid goalkeeper not to know where that ball is going to go. Simple. You don't make that move.
Let's wait and see. Ali, we need that joy.
Come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
another penalty.
Come on, England.
I tell you
Come on,
something.
England.
If England lost this game, it affects
It will affect
the
Southgate.
game.
I know.
It will affect the game in this country.
No, it will affect the game. It will make the game very interesting.
It will affect.
But yeah, they need to win because they are
It
in
will affect the
position to
English
win.
players. It will affect the English.
Of course, it will affect the English players. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Come on, Ali, don't worry. We're gonna get there.
Now
One
you
more
don't build
save.
momentum now. Now, because of this, the momentum don't build up.
One more save. There we go. Lift up. If he blasts the camera off the roof.
This is like back coming on.
And I tell you, he blasts the camera off the roof, the camera go off.
Maguire, they are big. This fight don't go goal, but they are big. He cuts me out.
Ali, is this going to be a miss or a goal?
He is the goal scorer.
When
Easy, Ali.
It's a big kick bad.
Bonucci, well, penalty not going to be kick because if he puts outside the keeper, they go.
It's the same one.
Commission, I don't fall.
I know it's a miss.
I don't fall.
He has miss now.
But the pressure can affect him.
Oh,
Bad.
God. Come on. You can see he has miss 100%. Come on, man. Come on.
Coach Jesus said what be face.
Of course. Look at it. Go there. It's Siam.
Ali, let this one be for England, please.
Hey, Rashford, stop for me, man. Come on, make it go.
Let it stay in.
Make it possible, Rashford.
Leno Black go miss.
Why? If they miss the problem, eh?
Leno Black go miss.
Oh, God, Father. God saw you for winning.
The score is a big kick.
Well, penalty not a big kick.
Let go inside the goal.
There ain't no more ones for see.
But let go inside the goal, please.
Rashford score. Why you do that now? Why you do that now? Too much. Come on, man. As soon as you don't make the move, then so you don't give yourself chances for me.
See.
Come on.
Let England.
He aimed last post too much.
You don't give yourself chances for me. As soon as you do that, so you don't give yourself chances for me.
See, let England win this game.
They will win. Sure.
Who did then Twitter, then Instagram, and anything? We really target them boy. Yes.
Now they are in the target tonight, eh? They don't do target tonight. But anyway, England will win. Come on. Rashford shouldn't have missed that one. Now, poor timing. You don't anticipate for kick a penalty like that.
This guy is gonna miss now.
Stop.
Not make Twitter blast Rashford today.
Yeah.
England needs to win this now.
Come on.
Win this game for them.
Why did you move? Oh my God!
You see what he did?
That was a poor penalty.
Where it come out from, that's where it slots it. Where Pickford moved.
That was a poor penalty. Very lucky. That was a poor penalty.
Penalties, I didn't want to go inside the goal.
That's a poor one. That's a poor one. That's a poor one. Come on, England. Who is next? No, I'll kick next for you. Oh God, we black.
Oh, this is crazy now.
You see,
Oh,
France, black man is out of the tournament. So there is nothing wrong with that anyway. It's football.
No, it's different from here.
I know it's different, but what do?
You really take things.
It's football. Come on, score. That's it. It's done. It is done. It's not. It's not over yet. It's not over. It's not over yet. Bad game first.
Home or home? What is happening?
He can find the keeper Siam, but the ball not get pace.
See, penalty like inside the goal.
The keeper Siam, but the ball not get pace.
Penalty like inside the goal. Inside the goal. Oh.
Come on, England! Come on, England! Come on, England!
Oh, these guys. This is Mr. Casual.
Okay, well today this casual
So as his course he don't.
Get bad name.
Yeah. As his course he don't. As his course he don't. Come on, Pickford.
It's always the one that win it for. It's the same one that scored the last against. But this story is gonna Jorginho, come on. I call him J5.
As his course he don't.
Miss this, let it continue, Jorginho.
As his course he don't. As his course he don't.
Not like penalty, it's like penalty too much. They know each other.
Yes. Oh, it's a penalty. Now the one we go inside and fine.
Oh, two down. This now we get this.
It's going again.
But the ball not come.
It's locked because it could have rebound on him and go.
Exactly.
See, let England win this game.
Who go win? No worry. We stand chances.
I beg. Then two more than day.
We stand chances.
Then two.
Hey, Saka. Score.
Another one don't come back again.
So as Saka scores, so we don't equal him. Next set.
Yeah, if you score equal.
Yeah, if you score, we don't equal him.
If you score equal.
I know if you score. We're out. We're out. Game done. We're out. Game done. We're out.
Come on, Saka.
All the black man is. We're out. Game done. It's finished. It's over. It's over. We're done. It's over. Well, that's football. Again, it's done. How? Well, they have to protect them, and the manager don't try very hard to protect them all throughout the competition. And he's possibly the best man of the team so far. So, no hates. It's football. It happens sometimes. You win some and lose some. Now, game spirits. I think England did very well for go to the final, and if we say their performance in the final hasn't been bad. Yes, they lost the penalty kicks to Italy again. Football is not coming home. It is almost closer to home, but he end up na Cali for go France. No, he end up na what's that? It's not the Italian border to France. Well, on a very serious note, I think the Italians play for the penalty at the end of the second half of the 15 minutes. And to me, when you take a penalty shoot, you don't go straight and then you go to one side. You don't make the keeper very obvious. You chin up, inside you chin up. If not that position they want for them, you kick straight for the goal. There is no need for make you there halfway and you're ready for kick and then you don't lean back again. You check, stop and check. Come on. The momentum really carry which they die. Pass the keeper totally go out of way, but your momentum is slowly dying by the time you approach the ball. So that first period you take.
You see, even now they're writing the name because writing the name. This guy is over celebrating, man. Which you don't know.
Yeah, now they describe on the trophy because the winner you're not gonna know until the game done. So basically, yes.
That's what you do now.
Now only now then we'll go spend like 10-15 minutes for like the champion. Now the trophy. Well, better luck next time. I think It's a very good start for the national team for see how they go start to go into the World Cup. So what do you think so far? Ali, Mark, answer you first. So what do you think of the game so far?
It's painful. Sako is a young player. He got a lot to learn. I think we for just let this pass. I think England gets a potential to do well in the World Cup.
I think the three penalties are all poor, to speak. They are all very, very poor. Because when you look at penalty and analyze them, I think, Sako, you're a left footer. You don't change direction for make you kick towards your right when you're a left footer. Penalty is always been taken by the corner outside the snap. Puts it there, make the keeper go make a save, and put pace on the ball. But I think all the three penalties were poor. None of them deserve a goal. It's just fortunate that he ended up the way how he does, but I think the penalties were not good at all. I don't really say they are good penalties and the goalkeeper make a good save. Rashford hesitated. He hesitated. Femi, are you talking to us? You're muted. Rashford hesitated before eventually he kicked. Same go to the other Bobo. Instead of hesitates, he leaned in one corner, he check before he kick. Equally as Saka. Again, you are a left footer. There is no way you can kick a penalty on the opposite leg.
Too obvious.
Too obvious. And you never kick out face with foul, with force or anything. It's too obvious. So I will not say they did well. They did not do well in the penalty shootouts. Over to you, Femi.
Well, I think that the manager, again, has a lot to say. He made wrong decisions. I think this game, England for the win the game during the game. I don't see why then wait for make them changes them. Italy were changing to keep their legs fresh. England didn't do either. Penalty, na gamble. You cannot play for penalty. Gamble, it go anyway. Really and truly, again, the manager form. Why he get that small body, all that pressure they for go take the last penalty. Sorry, then that it don't tarnish our body career for a few months, if not years. If you don't bring and come in earlier, if you want to make it take penalty, you're not supposed to take the last penalty. Either Maguire or Kane for don't take the last penalty, because then if they miss some, it's easier for recover because they have the experience. I think, for me, it's sad that the three black players they miss, because I can imagine within the happy in our social media tomorrow and this net safe, they're going to get crucified, especially the two with them bring can, especially for can take penalty. They miss. But
most
Italy,
especially where they're all black players.
Exactly. But Italy, let's give them credit where they deserve. They played the game with them Sabi. They played the game with Sabi, and the only way that they Sabi play, they defended when they needed to defend, they attacked when they needed to attack. In midfield, Italy were giants in midfield at some points during the game. But I think England for bring on fresh legs. I keep saying it. Harry Kane, the team was not built around Harry Kane. You cannot have too many superstars. You have to pick your best team. And I believe the players and some of them not being confident in Harry Kane throughout the tournament, so they don't play with Harry Kane. So if that was not working, they should have taken him out and put on Calvert-Lewin or put on Rashford, put on people with pace. We're going to play with the players that we get pace, and let we see what's in the happen. We know it's hard to change a captain, but guess what? If you not learn for begin, make them changes there also and pick the best team, you go always pick Boku superstars, then we're not able to gel together. In this case, this was one of those. England may get so many people in reserve, for me they not make them changes in the early and try for win the game. Italy, they may not the defender them at 30 something. After a while, they may not tire. Bring on fresh legs. Let's run at these guys and try for win the game. That's what I would have done.
Thank you very much, Sammy, for that. No, just round up, because again, it's 11:05 UK time. Definitely nobody knows for us. You don't waste 12 o'clock by hits there, and definitely we don't watch the game so far, and we feel the game not go the way how we want to, but it's football. you have to win some and lose some. And definitely, when you win some and lose some, you got to take courage. But I totally agree with Femi analysis, but I still believe, the players they will miss, regardless of their race. I think they did not take a very good penalty. As a striker, as a penalty taker, you don't hesitate, you don't stop and check, except otherwise. So to me, so far, so good. I think they haven't done well in taking the penalties. Ali, over to you. What do you think will be last word for today's program? Ali, you're muted.
Somehow disappointing, and with they've come this far. Like I said, I was saying earlier on, you guys were saying, yes, Southgate remains probably one of the best out of the last 12, but without winning something, it's only going to remain, the count goes on, and it's very disappointing for it to end this way. I was really expecting England, should have gone all out to win this game. After they scored that fastest goal, I was thinking they could have, try and just kill the game off in the first half. But that was not the case. Now, this is the end result. If you don't take, when you get the momentum, if you don't take that speed where you get that time, if you don't make it count, sometimes you end up go against you at the end. And that's exactly what has happened. While England waits for title goes on, the Italian unbeaten run continue. This is the 34th game unbeaten. So, yeah, better luck next time. Nothing much you could say.
All right, thank you very much, Ali, for that. And I can go to Molai. I know say you're very disappointed with the game so far. What thing will be your last take for today's game analysis?
The overall take is the way England start the game, the performance we England put in the first half. We were able to keep up to that for the rest of the game. So I change the whole dynamics of the game. And waiting happen now, we pay the price for that. A big match like this, win a finals, you get to be on your front foot for 90 minutes. You understand? If you come, you give a best, just 45 minutes, and then the rest of the match, you able and put up that same performance or even maintain that first half performance. I think that also helpfully we get all these disappointing results, because at the end of the day, penalty it's difficult for predict the winner. This is out of experience. The best penalty that you always go inside the goal, whether you make style or whether you don't make style. Or if you not go inside the goal, not a good penalty.
Sure.
If you not go inside the goal, not a good penalty. Because then go say this is a good penalty taker. Penalty not get history. See, he kick penalty fine, so he scored penalty. Rashford, now he scored kick penalty for United. But see today, what happened? Jorginho, now a penalty, Chelsea, and penalty taker. What happened? They save a penalty. So the best penalty that you always go inside the goal.
But the penalty that take them to the final was scored by Jorginho. Yes.
So I would say, like a business player like Cristiano Ronaldo, when he take penalty, if he miss the penalty, you can say he miss that penalty day with honesty, genuinity. You understand? If they go hit the penalty, you the keeper said you will not say yes, Cristiano Ronaldo miss this penalty. Ali, you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
There's certain body posture where they give, body language, movement where they give, it creates a scene to the fans them. You understand? It creates a scene. Like the players will miss the penalty, be honest to you, the body language, they 100%. If you understand the game, you get a kind of a doubt with the movement. I understand. I hope you understand what I mean. The penalty, the players will miss the penalty for England.
Who's kind of doubting their body language? They're not sure that form of remorse.
You understand? Yes. That I want it. Go hit the penalty. If you miss some, you miss some.
Yeah.
Kick a penalty.
I think so.
You understand?
I think so.
If you miss some, now make us say, if you kick the penalty with amount of
how much you want to
make a genuine mistake, people then they appreciate them more than you just go a casual way.
Because those are back passes.
You understand?
Sorry.
Yeah, you understand. You don't get any excuse.
They are back
If
passes.
you look at now the replay again, you're not gonna be happy for see that kind of way. Then just go regret and say, and let me sit down.
Exactly.
You understand? Miss a penalty in a genuine way.
No, I think miss them in a way where they give you all team, then you miss them.
Yeah.
Make the keeper make a brilliant save.
Let the keeper make a brilliant save.
But to me, I don't think it is.
Yeah.
I not feel saying puts the enthusiasm for win.
No. So that's the body language. That's the body language.
Yeah. The enthusiasm for win or the how you go to the penalty because people have been better.
This kind of game is a game of passion, desire.
Yes.
You understand? You sabi, everybody knows you sabi, but there's certain time you put that aside. You understand? What's in the fans they give, now you they give.
Yeah.
You see the Italians they're not better than England technically, but waiting the fans in the game, now NSF give.
But they're ready to give their all.
They're ready to give their all.
Yeah.
You play with the hearts.
Yeah.
You understand? You play with your hearts. You play with the desire, the passion. You understand? I feel sorry because they get for target them. From the first miss, I don't tell you.
Well,
because I'm not waiting the social media.
They don't really have to target them. They will protect them.
They're not going to protect them. There's no protection in that.
Because I think so far so good. One of these players are one of the best players of the tournament. So you cannot really fault him when Asaka, although he's young. But again, we get the likes of even Southgate, Stuart Pearce. They've all missed penalty, and that wasn't the end of their career.
Now the game now, social media, they control the game.
So where Double Bobby missed penalty for France in Liverpool?
Over.
No, not for Drogba.
Mbappe. He got a lot of sticks.
Yeah, but the sticks would. You understand? The sticks would come.
It's just that because of the French, they have a different ideology with the black players. They have a different ideology. They see them in a different level. Yeah.
Okay.
It's getting worse. I'm going to be upset.
But let's hope and pray it didn't come out the way we don't expect it to. But hopefully it wouldn't. And so far so good right now. I want to say thank you for your final statement for the game so far for today. And I believe we'll be back here. Let's take a break out of football for the next week or two. And then we'll be back now to talk about this Sierra Leone football on its own. Definitely, it's just going to be Salon football from now on. And we will see how best we can able to push the game and bring some awareness to the fans then and the one that they manage the game. And we're seeing now the outside looking in ideology way we get towards the game. So thank you very much for that. And
Femi don't go.
Femi Day. I don't know if Femi want to say any more something to the viewers than really watch me. So Ali don't give me your own thank you message, and I don't know whether Femi go want to say something, but in the meantime, if Femi don't want to say anything so far to we, let's just get about all right, Femi. So over to you. What think will be your final message to the viewers then for today's match?
Well, I'm disappointed. As I said, England, it's not coming home, not this year. Hope say by next year I go come home. But what I'd like to say is I would like to thank you guys for joining us throughout the whole tournament. I hope say no more we can able do more of them programming also on football and sports. But yeah, thank you. It's been a bit disappointing. I've been until when I see Italy in a team we for watch from the very first game we'll begin talk about this game. So I think the very first games that we'll talk. I tell when I see Italy in a team we Sabi win competition. So really and truly, for me, it's not a surprise. It's I'm disappointed as my heart was with England. I mean, obviously this one week we don't turn some serious party week na England who they celebrate, but that didn't happen. So how for do next World Cup could be the proof. But I'm disappointed, as I said earlier on, in some of the selection. Penalty number 5, it's a pressure penalty. Even Jorginho self, when they take penalty there every day, they regard as the best penalty taken at the wall, crumble as penalty number 5. I think if we give a young man like Saka that responsibility, I not think say the England coach then try at all. So I hope say they learn from that mistake there, and next time they not do that. These are the boy in first tournament.
Femi, what about if they score penalties in a practice?
It doesn't matter. This is my first tournament. The whole world they watch them. The pressure alone on that body it's hard. Yes, if you've been scoring before in England win, all man for grab and total, but you have to always look at the risk. And right now on the mental status of that body going forward, that's what I am worried about. And we know the country where we did. We know I'm not gonna see the press because the press not bad, but we know the England fans them waiting in here for see after this game also pass. We know not to say we know no, they're not a stranger to it. We know how they get for react to the 3-man that we miss penalty. And unfortunately, in penalty not been that bad safe. Second penalty was actually a good one. It just means the keeper gets the right way. But the two former one them in they play at Germany, Sancho and Rashford, then penalties them they hesitate, they try for Yerk the keeper, so their penalties were very poor. Second penalty the keeper just gets right, but guess what, the racists amongst we in England no get for sit down then go see the 3 black over them and then cause this, and that's the saddest part from this loss.
All right, that's my family opinion, but me totally disagree. All the 3 penalty takers, they did poorly in taking those 3 penalties. Even second penalty, he's a left footer. I think he should have focused in putting the ball where his power lies, on his legs. Make the keeper go and make a save, but if you put pace on the ball, definitely keeper won't be able to see it. Or you raise them up in the bar, up the roof, keeper no go see him. But I hardly see a penalty kicker taking penalty shots on the opposite side of his foot. You're liable to miss because you're slowing down. The ball is not going to be kicked at any pace. Not a magic. It's obvious. So the 2, of course, they hesitated and they don't make justice of what they decide for change their mind for, and then slow them. You slow the momentum of the pace at which they come. And if you try to do that in a penalty shootout, it means you give the keeper a chance now for beginning you to move. But the way how they take off and the way they come, your determination, then they make the keeper not know how they put the ball. But for as long as you don't check 1, you don't check 2, you don't check 3, the keeper will wait now for you for making make any move because you don't slow down your pace. So as far as me concerned, those 3 penalties were not good. But for the players, sorry, but they are part of the team selection. They are part of the 22 or 25-man squad. They are capable for take penalties. If not, they then choose. It means they rely on them and then trust them. I mean, for Lake, you get 11-man with the playing at the pitch and then choose 5. Those are the 5 that they believe will take the penalties and score. It might come in good favors. It might come in bad favors. If Nabi Saka don't start first, sometimes if for score, sometimes if for miss. Now we don't know that. The only thing we'll know number is England not lost in penalties, and they will get themselves prepare for the next World Cup tournament. And at least something will do much better in that particular one. But so far, the team has performed very well. They don't do well in the entire tournament. I feel say we forget that credit day. And yes, I will still say Southgate has done very well for the team. They don't take the team to a World Cup semi-final. Then they don't take the team to the final of the Euros. To me, as far as I'm concerned, he's been consistent. So if we go next World Cup, and he take the team to another final, then he's one of the most exemplary footballing managers so far for the England national team, especially when I want to know they don't win the World Cup and they don't try for win so many other tournaments within Europe and they fail or succeed in doing so. But the game don't change, and the game will become a different game as from now on, even though football don't play much inside the world for the past year, but we will possibly see a change in the game. But I want to say thank you to all the viewers them on Facebook and all the viewers who get on YouTube and the one that we don't follow we throughout this tournament from when the tournament starts to the final way in today. As we clearly see, we don't make sure that we try to cover them as much as possible and get reserve for cover most of the games they will feel to say vital to the nation who they and the players then really of black heritage to play for different countries then in the tournament. But we'll continue with the football show because this now the starting of the preparation of 2022 where Salon qualify for the AFCON tournament will take place in Cameroon. Like I may say earlier on, yes, Sarah J Media is going to be in Cameroon by any means necessary. We have shown a live games time, where would we plan for do, or we're going to regular update. But definitely we will take Cameroon for cover the game and cover the tournament as a whole. We're not there only to cover the game where Salon they play, but we will try as much as possible for cover the entire tournament, which means we have to take a break for like 4 weeks. But they asked for the one who already get interest for be part of we, na Cameroon. We feel to stay and able for join the squad for Go Cameroon. Let's keep in contact. So I know we social media contact details them. Some of them I guess we contact details them and we contact details them all in our promotional flyer that we get who they send out. So we could definitely want for your for Mona. So we'll form a team or supporters based team. We go support the national team in 2022 na Cameroon. As of yet, the fixture's not come out yet, so we don't know exactly which particular city will they play. Until the fixture come out, they will be able to get more planning, preparation for like we said, able for ready for go the AFCON. But I want to say thank you once more to all the background staff, Femi, and the other people already behind the team for making sure so we put this program together. I want to say thank you to the panelists that we don't get. We get Mola, of course, residents. We get Ali, another resident. Then we get Paul, we join we again another resident. Then we get Fred Clay, we another resident. But unfortunately today, then two men in the media against we totally and entirely. So if I say we will not complete if I don't complete the tournament with three. But anyway, that's a joke. But definitely we miss them today because the platform for them become a bit hotter and hotter with the discussion we don't get. We'll talk a little bit about Salon football in the early years of the Fire Force League, the Parade League, Ginger League, and all the other local leagues that will be there happen at Salon. Definitely, now that's what they can begin for him back on. So we'll take a quick break for now, maybe another 2 weeks after the Euros, and then we can begin plan now how for get the way forward and the roadmap to Salon participating in the next African Nations Cup will take place in Cameroon 2022 with the next year in January. Until next time, I want to say thank you to everybody for your time and your effort and your dedication. We see you for another sports show on the CRJ Media platform live. Until next time, bye-bye to you all.
No, they arrange friendly for Sierra Leone, Nayasu.
Well, when the FA puts their hearts together, we'll think of how they arrange friendlies for them.
Because I think before the tournament, we'll not forget two international
break. Okay.
Before the tournament. So
well, in those two international breaks, well, I know how for Lake Salon, Como, Salon, all the way for can play one Vauxhall Conference team or one Division 2 team.
No, you play in League One.
Yeah, League One team that will be a very good start.
League One or Championship, because Championship can get break international. No, Championship need again. Only the Premiership can get.
Premiership get international break. Yeah. Well, anyway,
but we can still arrange a midweek game.
We hope and pray that we will forget an international break. Over to you, Femi. Until next time, we will say thank you and bye-bye once more to the viewers then, and we will see you anytime soon. Over to you, Femi. Thank you. We're signing off. Bye.
For me, Italian business.